2 weeks ago, the Bucs were in first place and held a 7-1 record. But flash forward to now, and Anchorage is 2.5 games back of first with an 8-8 record. And today, the Bucs welcome the first place Miners to Mulcahy for the second time this week with a chance to get back in the win column and right the ship. It's Anchorage and Matsu for the 7th time this season, and it's yet another gorgeous day for baseball here in Anchorage, Alaska. Welcome inside the Mulcahy Stadium broadcast booth, everyone. Milo Hoffman and Alex Burstein. Now, Alex, it's been a struggle, to say the least, these last couple of games for the Bucs, and the offense came alive late last night, but still could not get the job done.
Yeah, because you have to play baseball more than just the 9th inning, and things really worked in that 9th. The Bucs were able to string together 4 singles to get a couple of runs across the plate. If they were to do that in 2 or 3 other innings, this losing streak would be over. So they've kind of found the formula for success in the 9th inning of that one. It's just get singles, maybe a couple doubles, and just bring the runners around. But now they have to do that against a very, very tough Miners team.
Yeah, the Miners have proven to probably be the best team in the ABL so far this season. But last night, it was the Bucs against the Glacier Pilots, their fellow Anchorage side. So enough talk about that one. Let's take a look back to see how that game went down.
Anchorage Bucs baseball is on the air. The weather is hot, but the bats have gone cold for both teams that call Mulcahy Stadium home. The Bucs, losers of 3 straight, and the Pilots, losers of 2. It's time for baseball, and a skid will come to a close too. 2-1 pitch is grounded up the middle and into center field. Freeland turns third base. He's got the sign. The throw from center is cut off, and that's an RBI single from Jet Ruby. It's a 1-0 Pilots lead in the bottom of the 3rd. Currently is in the loss. 0-2 pitch. Called strike 3 on the outer 3rd. Quick work from the left-hander RJ Rue. 1-2-3. The Pilots go in the bottom of the 5th.
Counts 1-2. Runner goes. Pitch is hammered. Deep left field. There it goes. See ya. An absolute no-doubter from Adam Burkhold. It's a 2-run shot, and it's 3-0 Pilots on top here in the bottom of the 6th. Runner takes off. Pitch is swung on, lifted high in the air towards left field. Ciselski looks up at the wall, and that ball is gone. It just kept on carrying out to left field. It's an opposite field home run for Andrew Becker, and it's 5-0 Pilots here in the bottom of the 8th. Here's the payoff pitch, swung on, hit, grounded, left side through for a base hit. Underhill comes around to score. Right behind him, Logan Yule gets the wave, and he's in safely. It's a 2 RBI single for James Provencio, and it's 5-2. Pilots still lead here in the top of the 9th. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. An outside pitch right by Sean Toger, and the Bucs lose their 4th straight. They fall to 500 on the season, and the struggles continue for the Anchorage Bucs. Well, indeed, another tough loss for the Bucs last night at the hands of the Pilots. It was good to see the offense come alive late in that one, but like Alex said, you can't get the job done if you just come alive late, and last night it was the 9th inning, and the Bucs offense just continues to struggle. Especially, it was frustrating because RJ Rue, the starter, and Grady Ferris came on and did a solid job on the pitching side.
Yeah, I mean, RJ Rue, probably his best appearance of the season. 5 innings of 1-run ball, almost a quality start, and that's going to win you a lot of games here in the Alaska Baseball League, just not last night. And then a very up-and-down performance from Grady Ferris. Did give up 2 home runs, but 7 strikeouts is the most we've seen in an appearance that short from any pitcher this year. He was really, really dealing. Loved how his cutter was working. So it was definitely an up-and-down day on all facets for the Bucs. But when your pitchers are throwing like that, you just got to give them some run support, and that just did not happen last night.
Run support, run support, run support. It's the name of the game, and maybe the Bucs can do it today against the Miners. Head coach Joe Silva and head coach Tyler LeBrun for Matsu are exchanging their lineup cards at home plate right now. Speaking of head coach Joe Silva, I had the chance to talk to him before this one, so let's see what Skipper had to say.
Milo Hoffman here with head coach Joe Silva out of the Bucs and the Miners. Now, first off, yesterday Grant Haas came up limping, touched his hamstring a bit. What can you say about his injury so far?
Yeah, I mean, right now today, he's taking it light and not going to do anything to push it. So obviously he's out for today. We'll get another re-eval from the trainer again tomorrow and kind of see where we're at and kind of take it from there.
Now, Jamie Robertson on the hill for you guys. He's been great so far as a starter. So how excited are you to see him back on the bump for you?
Yeah, very. And I mean, RJ Ruay last night threw very well too. So, our starting pitching's been, keeping us in the ball games, and Jamie's a competitor. So I'm excited to see what he's got tonight.
Now, how good was it to see the team bring some, a little bit of a rally late yesterday? Couldn't quite tie it up, but an offensive inning that looked pretty good.
Yeah, and Coach Espy touched on it and on the post game talking with our guys. Is like, hey, everyone had that mentality of they didn't want to be, that guy to make the last out or passing the baton. So honestly, we're a capable offensive team. So I think it's just having that mindset from the jump in inning one. And hey, hitting's hard at the end of the day. Not every single inning we're going to be able to do that, but if we have that mindset earlier in the game, that'll set us up for success later on as well too.
Now, assuming Grant Haas is out, who are you going to have fill in at the shortstop spot?
Landon Underhill, he's more than capable. He's a middle infielder, outfield kind of guy. So he's going to be filling in there, yeah.
And how excited are you for tomorrow, doubleheader 4th of July game? Are you looking forward to that?
Yeah, no, I mean, Mulcahy's going to be packed and really cool. Just I think every ball player and coach involved in the experience is going to be very excited for it. Right, 2 sevens, non-league games. So what? There's going to be fireworks, and it's the 4th of July. It's Independence Day. So I mean, no better way to spend that at the ballpark.
All right, thank you so much,
Cool.
Coach.
Thank you.
Well, thank you so much to head coach Joe Silva for taking the time to talk to me before this game, and he does that before every game. So huge thanks to Joe Silva, who's the head coach of the Bucs for this 2025 ABL season. You heard me talk to him about it a little bit. That 4th of July doubleheader is now just a day away. Hard to believe. The season is absolutely flying by, but the Bucs will play 2 non-league games against the Glacier Pilots right here tomorrow. First game is at 7 p.m., and the second game is at 10 p.m., so we'll go after midnight. But, of course, the sun doesn't normally set here too early in Anchorage, Alaska. Today, the Bucs and the Miners are set to do battle for the second time this week, and now the Bucs lost to the Miners 7-1 earlier in the week. The offense was quiet once again. That's sort of been the name of the game, or they don't want it to be the name of the game, but it's just been the case for the Bucs as of late. Just put up 1 run against the Bucs, or against the Miners last time Connor Mundy started for Matsu. Went a very, very solid 4 innings, gave up no runs with 5 strikeouts. So it's going to be tough again for the Bucs today. They're going against probably the best pitcher that the Miners have to offer, at least on the starting front. Michael Mulcahy is getting the start for him. We'll get more into the numbers as we head down in this pregame show coverage. But before we get to that, Alex talked to a pitcher for the Bucs, Kade Faza, who's had some time starting and out of the bullpen. So let's see what the pitcher had to say before this one.
Alex Burstein here of Kade Faza. I have today's Bucs matchup with the Miners. Kade, over a month into the season, how's the time in Alaska been treating you?
It's been great, just going fishing, taking the time, just get better, get bigger, stronger, just work on my craft.
For you, a lot more innings this summer than what you had this spring. What's it kind of been like getting back into the groove of being a usual pitcher?
It's just staying consistent, trying to get the pitch count even, like 70 pitches, and just trying to keep going up from there, just doing my game, throwing my game, just keeping it the same.
Do you see yourself as a starter moving forward, or where do you think you work best as a pitcher?
This past season I was kind of a closer, but right now I feel better as a starter, to be honest. I was a starter all throughout high school, and so I feel better in the starting position. Just better warm-ups and stuff and just better game.
Is there a certain pitch you felt has worked really well for you this season, or something you're working on?
Oh, yeah, my changeup has been dialed. It's been pretty good this year, and just trying to get it better, more consistent, keep on getting consistent and have a better game.
Is that what you've been working on most going forward, or do you have any goals for the rest of the season?
Yeah, just more Ks, getting the ball down, and more changeups. Just mastering that changeup and mastering that slider. He'll get guys out.
And then tomorrow, 4th of July, you a big Independence Day guy? Excited for a doubleheader?
Oh, yeah, it's going to be fun. Doubleheader. Spend time with the boys. Have some fireworks. It'll be great.
Awesome. Kade Faza of today's matchup with the Bucs. Thanks for your time.
Well, thank you so much to Kade Faza for taking the time to talk to Alex before this one. A couple days ago, he made the start over in Chugiak and looked absolutely brilliant. Not pitching today, Jamie Robertson for the Bucs, but we'll get more into what he's about in a matter of minutes. The starting lineups are being introduced for the home side Anchorage Bucs as the players are taking their positions in their all-right pinstripes, and the Miners will go over to the first base side, and that means it's time for the national anthem here at Mulcahy Stadium. So head over to the PA announcer.
Now, fans, we ask that you stand if possible, and gentlemen, remove your caps as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
Welcome back to Mulcahy Stadium. National anthem is just played, and the players have taken their positions on the field, so we'll run through the Bucs defensive alignment. Going from left to right. In the outfield, it's Kai McGarry, Joey Narrett, and Logan Yule. In the infield from left to right, Provencio over at third. Landon Underhill at shortstop, Austin Gabel, the second baseman, and Nate Muncy making the start over at first base. Red Matsuzaki is doing the catching, and Jamie Robertson is on the hill making the start for the Bucs, and he's looked real solid so far this season, Alex.
Yeah, been one of the best starters. Started off the year as maybe a bullpen, maybe a starter guy, but with how he's been playing recently, you know he's going to be in this rotation for the Bucs. He's thrown over 13 innings on the year, and his ERA sub-3 reflects how good he has been. Recent addition into the transfer portal, so he's trying to open the eyes of some college coaches. If he continues to play how he has all season long, he certainly will here today.
Well, they'll have a tough task going against this Miners side, who have been excellent on the offensive side as of late. Just a 289 team average, which is good for first place in the ABL. Up top, the ABL and homers too. So, you know, it's going to be a tough one, and that's what the Bucs come into the day knowing. And it's an opportunity though to get back in the win column today. The Bucs are trying to break this losses of 7 of their last 8. So it's been a little bit of a rough stretch, but every day marks a new opportunity to get better for the Anchorage Bucs side. It's a two-man umpire crew today here at Mulcahy Stadium. It's Kevin O'Leary in the field and Devin Jackson to the umpiring at home plate, calling balls and strikes today here at Mulcahy Stadium. Another gorgeous day in Anchorage, Alaska. It's been gorgeous our whole entire stay, really. I feel like I'm out here in the West Coast. I guess I am, but more like California. I didn't know Anchorage had this up its sleeve, but my goodness. Surprised, but also very, very happy. And we're just about set here for the first pitch at Mulcahy Stadium. Leading off for the Miners is the second baseman, Cole Funkhauser. A right on left matchup to start us off. He's been hitting leadoff for the Miners pretty much every game these last 10 or 12, so has really established himself as one of the better middle infielders in the ABL. Robertson set, first pitch, a breaking ball in there for a strike, and we're underway. It's 0-1. Robertson peers in for the second time, like Alex said. A new transfer portal. Pitch is a called strike on the outside corner, breaking ball. So nice start for Jamie Robertson, quickly 0-2. Previously was at University of San Diego. Now in the portal, looking for his next home in collegiate baseball. Count 0-2 on Cole Funkhauser. Here's the kick and the deal, breaking ball. Nice block by Matsuzaki outside. So 1-2. Cole Funkhauser comes in, inning 210 with 9 RBIs. 2 homers, both against the Bucs. Won a grand slam 2 Mondays ago. Gave the Miners the lead in a brilliant comeback. Robertson's pitch is outside on the heater, so it's 2-2. Sun is shining down, belting down here at Mulcahy Stadium. Light wind, if not any wind. And there's not really much going around. No action out in any of the fields surrounding Mulcahy. Robertson ready. Here's the 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Off speed down in the dirt. Matsuzaki gobbles it up and throws to first in time. A brilliant start for Jamie Robertson of the Bucs. 1 gone in the top of the first.
Well, that's that changeup that Jamie Robertson has and uses so well. It's such a difference from his fastball. It brings it usually about 10 miles per hour slower than his fastball, and when you can move those 2 pitches both well, you're going to get a lot of swing and misses like Robertson just did.
Well, just a 7th strikeout for Robertson this season. Strikeouts have not been the name of the game for him. Pitch is inside to Carter Eberhard, the first baseman, just barely, so it's 1-0. Eberhard comes in on a heater, hitting .318, leads the ABL in RBIs with 14 of them. There's the 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss. Nice changeup, and it's 1-1. And talk to Robertson, he goes to that changeup a whole bunch, and hitters struggle with it. He had success at USD this past season, and now bringing it to the ABL. There's the 1-1 offering, taken just outside. Went back to the changeup, and it's 2-1. Bucs come in 8-8, 2.5 games back of first place. The Miners in first place with a 12-5 record, make that 3.5 games. Here's the 2-1 pitch, swing and a miss. 2-2. Robertson's really been going to the outer part of the plate so far in the top of the first. 2-2 the count on Carter Eberhard. Robertson long pause. Here's the pitch, misses outside. 3-2. Dugout for the Bucs very loud, trying to cheer on Robertson and get the good vibes back here for the Bucs. Losers of 7 of 8. Shade comes over us, and we're ready for the payoff pitch. Swung on and chopped right side on the ground. Muncie, the first baseman, takes it himself, and there's 2 outs here in the top of the first.
Yeah, good to see Muncie get some early action. Hasn't been a usual first baseman for the Bucs this season, but they give him the chance over there in the corner tonight and fields the first ball perfectly there.
Muncie back at first base, like you said. He's pitched since he last started, though, so he's seen some time on the field. Now the hitter for the Miners is Carter Geffrey, the catcher, also a right fielder. Pitch to him outside. Last time we saw the Miners, Carter Geffrey played right field. Actually, the 2 times we saw him previously, he was in right field. So a big guy out of Iowa comes in hitting .362. Here's the 1-0. Just missed outside, barely. And it's 2-0 on Geffrey. Bucs in their white pinstripes, top and bottom, with their half black, half white caps. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Breaking ball hit on the ground, 1 hop to second base. Austin Gamel throws off the mark, and Geffrey safe at first. Just an odd throw from Austin Gamel. It was a routine play, brought Nate Muncie off the bag. So he'll reach on an error, and there's 1 out, 1 on with 2 outs here in the top of the first.
Yeah, Gamel fielded that one very nonchalantly and kind of sidearm throwed it to first. Hasn't played second in a little bit, and that one was about 5 to 6 feet off the first base bag. So definitely a blessing for the Miners. Now they'll try to work something with it.
And you give extra outs to the Miners, that's not a good recipe. Now with Ridge Erickson hitting. First pitch to him is low and outside. 1-0.
No errors yesterday, and they've already passed that total.
Yeah, clean defense has been better for the Bucs as of late. It started out, that was the main issue for Anchorage, and now things have sort of flipped. Erickson comes in .377 average, the best in the league. 1-0, breaking ball high and in, 2-0. Carter Geffrey leads off first. He reached on an error by the second baseman, Austin Gamel. The throw was just up the first baseline, about 5 feet off the mark. Robertson out of the stretch, checks down the runner. Here's the 2-0 pitch. High, 3-0. So it should have been a 1-2-3 easy inning for Jamie Robertson. In fact, he started to walk off the mound when that ground ball was hit, but now he finds himself in a 3-0 count with a runner on first and 2 outs here in the top frame of the first. Comes set, ready. Here's the 3-0 pitch in there for a fastball strike. 3-1 now on Erickson. Erickson the DH today. Coming off his first hitless game in 9 appearances. Miners won against the Chinooks 11-4 last night. 3-1 pitch, swing and a miss. 3-2. Because Grant Haas is out with a lower body injury, it's Landon Underhill playing shortstop today. His first start at short. He moved over there last night after Haas was taken out of the game. 3-2, 2 outs. Pitch, line foul, right side.
Foul ball brought to you by the Associated Builders and Contractors.
Crowd filing in here at Mulcahy Stadium. A light crowd on hand, but people tend to show up as the innings go on here in Anchorage. A day removed from 4th of July doubleheader against the Pilots tomorrow. There's the payoff once again. Just missed outside on the heat. So just like that, those runners on first and second for the Miners now. 2 gone in the top of the first.
Now batting the left fielder, number
Yeah, a bunch of those balls just very, very borderline missing the zone. Robertson will want a couple of those pitches back, but you don't want that one error to get in the head of your starter, try to just settle things down, and you really don't want him to give up a first inning run, which I don't think he's done all year.
Robertson has been locked down. Bucs last win last Thursday. Well, Robertson was the starter. Here's the pitch. Fought off foul. Evan Bilter's the hitter. So it's 0-1 on the left fielder. If you look up and down the Miners lineup, it's just constant 300 hitters. Eberhardt, Geffrey, Erickson, Bilter. Non-stop. Counts 0-1 on Bilter. Here's the pitch. Off speed. Called a strike on the inside corner. And it's 0-2. Rich Erickson leads off first. Carter Geffrey leads off second. We're just underway here at Mulcahy Stadium. 2 strikes, 2 outs. Evan Bilter the hitter. Jamie Robertson gets the sign. Runners take their leads. Pitch swung on, blooped out to center field in no man's land. Underhill, the shortstop, reaches back and he makes the one-handed grab though. So it was off the inside of the bat. Joey Nairth, the center fielder, had no choice but to give up on that play, but Underhill had his back and made the out. So we head to the bottom of the first. 2 men left on base for the Miners. No hits and no runs. We'll be right back. It's Bucs Baseball. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to Mulcahy Stadium. Milo Hoffman, Alex Burstein with you. Glad you're joining us from wherever you may be here for Bucs baseball as we head to the bottom of the first, and the Bucs are coming to bat. And they'll have to face a real tough pitcher, Michael Mulcahy, making his 3rd start of the season, his 5th appearance overall. He has a 2-1 record. He actually has a save under his belt as well. 14 innings of work, a 1.29 ERA, just stellar. With 26 strikeouts, that's good for first in the ABL. Has a couple outings against the Bucs as well. 4 innings of work against Anchorage, just 1 run and 9 strikeouts. So, a real tough pitcher to go against for the Bucs, who are looking to get the offense back on track here. A nice top of the first for Jamie Robertson. Stranded runners on first and second, and now the bats are coming up. It starts with James Provencia, the leadoff man. Mulcahy sets and deals, pitches outside, and it's 1-0. You can hear the dugout of the Bucs. They're real juiced up today. Trying to end the week on a high note. You got a game today against the Miners, doubleheader tomorrow against the Pilots. 2 games, though, that don't count as league play. 1-0 pitch, catches the outside corner, so it's 1-1. Provencio comes in, 347 average, leads the Bucs in that category. 11 RBIs on the season. Mulcahy sets. Here's the 1-1 pitch in there for a strike. And it's 1-2 on Provencio. After a little bit of a slump, James 3 for his last 8. Had a 2 RBI single last night as well in the 9th when the Bucs tried to spark a comeback. It fell short though. Here's the 1-2 pitch outside. 2-2. A heater from Mulcahy. That's where Mulcahy gets a lot of his strikeouts. That heater, high velocity, and really good arm action as well. He wears his sleeves high up. They say sun's out, guns out. It's the case today. Here's the 2-2 pitch, swung on, hit up the middle, backhanded by Mulcahy. He stumbles, picks it up, throws the first in time. A nice play by the pitcher, and there's one guy in the bottom of the first.
Yeah, for a second it looked like that might be a disaster for Mulcahy, but the ball ended up just moving a couple of inches in front of him after it bounced off his glove, and a really good recovery. That's why you show that pitchers are in fact athletes, and a nice play to help his case here in the first.
He backed up almost like one of those insane pitcher guessing motions, but he still had the ball in front of them. Pitch to Logan Ewell, pours in for a strike. It's 0-1 on the right fielder. Ewell, the number 2 hitter, hitting .264 this season. Here's the 0-1, swing and a miss. Sort of a check swing wave, and it's 0-2. Found his home in right field. Yet to pick up an error this season for Logan Ewell, so has been shut down over there in right. Here's the 0-2 pitch, high and wide, 1-2. 7 RBIs on the season for Ewell, but 4 of them off a grand slam he hit last week against the Chinooks. So other than that, just 3. 1-2, wave, appeal down to first, and he went. The field umpire, Kevin O'Leary, held up his fist. So there's 2 outs here in the bottom of the first.
Well, a huge thing for the Bucs today is going to be that plate patience, especially against a pitcher like Mulcahy that racks up so many strikeouts. It's really hurt the Bucs during the last couple of weeks, and now you have to continue that, change that, and really hold your own at the plate.
Now the hitter, Landon Underhill. Pitch to him is just down low. So 1-0 on Landon. Playing shortstop today, like I said. Grant Haas out with a lower body injury, so Underhill taking over the reins at short. There's the 1-0 pitch, breaking ball in there for a strike, and it's 1-1. Underhill, after such a hot start to the season, was hitting north of 360, now down to 271. 3 for his last 23. Mulcahy, long pause. Here's the pitch, breaking ball inside, and it's 2-1 on Underhill. First start at shortstop this season for Landon. He's seen time in center and left at second, so filling up all the checkbox. Here's the 2-1 pitch, line, right side, down for a base hit, and it goes all the way into the corner. Espinoza picks it up, rounding first is Underhill. He has his head up, eyes wide open, turns on the burners and goes for 3. The throw is cut off. That's a stand-up triple for Landon Underhill. A runner on third now for the Bucs with 2 outs in the bottom of the first.
Well, we've been saying it during this whole losing streak. The Bucs just need 1 or 2 big hits to ignite the offense, and it very well could be that. An excellently placed ball, pole side for Underhill. And when you hit it to that corner, we saw it yesterday, it's so hard to get it out as a defender.
Off the barrel of the bat, you can hear it from up here. There's Joey Narrett who waves and misses. 0-1 now on Narrett. You know, Underhill and Narrett, former teammates, but Joey entered the transfer portal a couple days ago, and he already has found his new home. He'll be going to Iowa starting in the spring. Both previously of DBU. 0-1 pitch, check swing, appeal down. He did not go, and it's 1-1. Mulcahy trying to work out of some trouble here in the bottom of the first, just underway here at Mulcahy Stadium. It's 0-0 between the Bucs and the Miners. Counts 1-1 on Joey Narrett. Mulcahy gets the sign. Here's the kick and the deal. Swung on, chopped foul, right side, out of play. Yesterday, Landon Underhill found himself at third base. And Adam Burkholt, the catcher for the Pilots, almost picked him off. It was a big moment, 2 bases loaded, but Underhill dove back safely. It was a close one, though. Here's the 1-2 pitch, topped foul at the plate, so we'll do the 1-2 again. That's a big hit for Landon Underhill. Like I said, came in 3 of his last 23. He's been hitting the ball hard, though. Good contact, just nothing to show for him. 1-2 on Joey Narrett. 2 outs here, bottom 1. Now he twirls and comes home outside on the off speed. 2-2. Narrett just a 158 average. Doesn't have a hit since June 18th. So Narrett himself trying to work out of a slump here. So is a lot of the Bucs lineup. Good start though here in the first. Runner at third, 2 outs. Counts 2-2. Mulcahy gets the sign. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss. A breaking ball that hit the dirt. And Michael Mulcahy works out of Landon Underhill's 2-out triple. Oh, 1 hit and no runs come across the board here in the bottom of the first. And we'll head to the top of the second. Still 0-0 between the Bucs and the Miners. It's Bucs baseball. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Mulcahy Stadium, everyone, as we head to the top of the second inning. Milo Hoffman and Alex Burstein with you. Glad you're joining us here. Bucks and Miners doing battle here in sunny Anchorage, Alaska. Sun is fully out, no clouds in the sky. Leading off for the Miners in this inning is Aiden Espinoza, the right fielder. Robertson still on the hill for the Bucks, working his second inning of action. Gets the sign from Matsuzaki. Here's the first pitch outside, and it's 1-0 on Espinoza. 231 average for the right fielder. Came over late. Hails from California and goes to UCLA. There's the 1-0 pitch, topped on the ground towards short. Underhill gobbles it up and throws in time to first. So nice quick out for Jamie Robertson, and there's one guy here in the top of the second.
It's great to see how Underhill has very quickly adjusted to the shortstop position. Came in at the end of yesterday's game, and it was his first time at short all year, but he's looked great. Has that catch out in center field and that routine play as well, so that just is a all-around utility ball player right there.
Very super utility. He said it himself before he came here to the Bucs. First pitch to Carson Grout's outside. He's willing to play any position. He didn't get too much work in the infield at Dallas Baptist University this past spring, so trying to pick up all the reps he can. 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss. Nice breaking ball, and it's 1-1. Carson Grout has moved down in the lineup for the Miners, and that's because he's in a bit of a slump. One for his last 17. Hitting 233 on the season. Robertson ready for the 1-1. Here's the pitch downstairs, and it's 2-1 now on Carson Grout. Carson Grout comes from Iowa, so that means he's going to be teammates with Joey Narrett, the Bucs center fielder. Here's the 2-1 pitch. That's hit on the ground towards second base. Gamel is there, gloves, and fires in time to first. A little looping throw from Gamel, who already has an error on the day, but he gets the job done. 2 quick outs here in the top of the second.
Yeah, second time a ball hit out there to second. Fielded very cleanly, and then the throw just a little bit off. Gamel's been mainly playing in the outfield, so obviously those throws are a little bit longer. Now just trying to figure out this shorter distance, but his most comfortable position over there at second. Just trying to figure it out once again.
Here's Greg Parentoni for the Miners. He looks at a fastball strike on the inside corner. Well, it's funny you say that because Gamel actually has a gun out from left field this season. So he's played pretty swift out there in the outfield. His normal position, like you said, infield, has been a bit more shaky. 0-1 pitch, down, and it's 1-1 now on Parentoni, the shortstop. Comes in, hitting 295 on the season. Has been real good over there at short. 1-1 pitch is hammered out to center field. That drops in for a base hit. So it's a 2-out single for the Miners. Thrown in by Joey Narrate. It gets away, and Parentoni's going to hold on there at first. So 2 outs and a runner on for the Miners here in the top of the second. Just hit on the screws out to center. No chance for Narrate to make that play. Luke Wilson, now the center fielder, comes up for Matsu, and now he wasn't in the lineup last time the Bucs played the Miners, but 4 of 5 last night against the Chinooks. That'll get you in the lineup. Pitch to him is outside, 1-0. Splitting time with Lincoln Stevenson, who gets the day off for the Miners today. Usually plays center field. Wilson can play all around the outfield. A lot of time in left as well. Parentoni leads off first. Here's the 1-0 pitch. A wave and a miss. It gets by Matsuzaki, the catcher. And easily taking second is Parentoni. So a wild pitch. A runner in scoring position now for the Miners with 2 gone in the top of the second. This is Jamie Robertson's second start against the Miners. All the way back on June 20th. He went 4 innings, 2 runs. So good stuff to work off of. Counts 1-1. Here's the pitch. It bounced up there. Gets by Matsuzaki again. All the way back to the backstop. Parentoni easily takes third. And just like that, the Miners have something cooking here with 2 outs in the top of the second.
Yeah, well, Robertson just looks a little bit in his head here. He started off the game really strong, and ever since that error to Carter Geffrey has had a little more trouble controlling the zone, and then here in the second, 2 quick outs, but just got to make sure you're finding the zone. Communication with Ren Matsuzaki is huge. And I'm surprised you don't see a mound visit here after back-to-back wild pitches.
Robertson down on the count, 2-1. Perantoni leads off third. Here's the pitch. Wilson shows bunt, drowns it down the third base line. Charging is Robertson. He can't make the play. It bounced off Robertson's glove. Perantoni comes home to score easily. And it's 1-0 Matsu here in the top of the second.
Yeah, just a really well-hit ball there by Luke Wilson. He places it perfectly down the third base line. That's all you want in a sacrifice bunt, and he doesn't even have to sacrifice himself. Very, very nice play there by the Miners.
Small ball. The Miners do it really well. Pitch to Cole Funkhauser, the leadoff man, gets away from Matsuzaki. Throw down to second, not in time. So, another advance on the base path due to a wild pitch. 1-0 the count on Funkhauser as the defense is letting the Bucs down here.
I think that'll go as a passed ball, but still, just the communication here, very off.
Robertson shakes off Matsuzaki. Funkhauser digs into the box. Counts 1-0. Wilson off second. Here's the pitch, breaking ball in there for a strike. So 1-1 now on Funkhauser, who struck out to start off the game in the first. Miners come in first place in the ABL with a 12-5 record, winners of 6 in a row. Counts 1-1 on Funkhauser. Here's the pitch, breaking ball hit on the ground. A few bounces to Provencio, fields it, throws the first in time. A nice play by the third baseman, but the Miners do get a run here in the top of the second. One hit and one man left on base. Miners have the first lead of the day here at Mulcahy. We'll be right back. It's Bucs Baseball. Don't go anywhere. We head to the bottom of the second inning here at Mulcahy Stadium. Glad you're with us. Milo Hoffman and Alex Burstein on hand. The Miners scored a run in the top half of the inning. It was a drag bunt, brilliantly done by Luke Wilson. Jamie Robertson couldn't make the play. So 1-0 here in the bottom of the second. And it's RJ Rouet, the DH, leading off for the Bucs. Still Michael Mulcahy on the hill for the Miners. Rouet did brilliantly last night on the mound. Went 5 innings, just 1 run, 6 strikeouts. Looks at a first pitch outside, 1-0. Another two-way guy for the Bucs. Nice pitching performance last night. Last time he was in the lineup, he also did well against the Miners. 2 for 4 with a homer. That was last Friday. 1-0 pitch, breaking ball in there for a strike. And it's 1-1 on Rouet. Right on left matchup. Rouet hitting .231 on the season. A lot of that boosted from his last performance. He looks at a breaking ball that pours in for a strike. And it's 1-2. 1-2 on RJ Rouet here. Bottom of the second, 1-0 Miners on top. Mulcahy twirls and comes home. Breaking ball just missed outside. And it's 2-2.
Do I have this right? 7 straight lefties to start off the lineup for
Unbelievable.
the Bucs? I don't think I've ever seen that.
Mulcahy ready for the 2-2. Here it is, a swing and a miss. Change up down and away, and there's one gone here in the bottom of the second. Yeah, it's insane. 7 lefties. As another one comes up for the Bucs, it's Ren Matsuzaki. But it's so rare to see that because it's normally majority righties, and lefties are looked at as sort of not a specialty, but more of a matchup play, if anything. But the Bucs have majority lefties. I believe all the first basemen, too, that can possibly play first are lefties. That helps the cause. Matsuzaki, the hitter, looks at a first pitch outside, a fastball, and it's 1-0.
Does Toger field righty? I know he hits.
Soger, he throws righty.
Throws
correct.
righty, yes.
But he still hits lefty.
Yeah.
1-0 on Matsuzaki, the catcher today. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball in there for a strike. 1-1. Now, I say the catcher today because Matsuzaki has been in the lineup 3 straight games and 3 different positions. First base, DH, now catching. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swung on, lofted high in the infield, just in foul territory left side. The third baseman, Geffrey, makes the play. And there's 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. Just in on the hands of Matsuzaki, off the thumbs, high in the air. It's a little sunny over here too, so fly balls are not the easiest to deal with at Mulcahy Stadium today. 2 outs, bottom 2, and Nate Muncy now, the first baseman today, is up to the plate for the Bucs. Mulcahy's first pitch is outside, 1-0 on Nate. Muncy comes in, just 1 hit on the season. Limited time over there at first. He's been doing well on the mound, though. 1-0 pitch, pours in for a strike. And it's 1-1 on Muncy. Has seen a bunch of innings on the mound as a lefty. He's the one who hits and throws lefty. Breaking ball in there for a strike, and it's 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes here, 2 outs in the bottom of the second. Mulcahy holds the glove high at his eyes. Here's the kick and the deal. Fastball just missed outside, and it's 2-2. Miners rocking their navy camo tops with the white pants and the green socks, half green, half yellow caps. The front half is yellow, looking like the Oakland A's, or the Sacramento A's, I should say. 2-2 pitch, a wave and a miss. It's in the dirt. Carter Geffrey, the catcher, fields and fires to first in time. So that'll do it here in the bottom of the second inning. Michael Mulcahy is feeling it. 4 strikeouts already for the ABL's leader in that category. We'll head to the third inning. 1-0, Miners still on top. Don't go anywhere. It's Bucs Baseball. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Mulcahy Stadium, everyone. Glad you're joining us here for Bucs baseball on a Thursday night here in Anchorage, Alaska. Milo Hoffman and Alex Burstein with you as we head to the top of the third inning. The Miners still hold their 1-0 lead over Anchorage. Leading off for Matsu is Carter Eberhard, the number 2 hitter. Robertson kicks and deals. A fastball just catches the outside corner. So it's 0-1 on Eberhard. Grounded out back in the first inning. But hitting .318 coming into this one. 0-1 pitch in there for a strike. And it's 0-2. Wind picking up here at Mulcahy. Going out to left field as it normally does. It's funny, when we first arrived, it was going out to right, but ever since then, it's been flying out to left. 0-2 pitch, swung on, ripped up the middle, base hit. Trickles into center field, fielded by Joey Narrett. So it's a leadoff single for Carter Eberhard, and the Miners have a runner on first with nobody out in the top of the third.
Yeah, really nice hack there down 0-2 in the count. Just takes something high in the zone and sends it right back Robertson's way. Line drive that blooped right at the edge of the infield. That's a really good piece of hitting from Eberhard.
Carter Geffrey now the catcher is up. Runner on first for Matsu. Nobody out. Robertson out of the stretch now. Comes home. Breaking ball high and in. And it's 1-0 on Geffrey. Geffrey reached on an error back in the first. It was Austin Gamel. His throw was off the mark. .362 average this season. In the heart of the lineup of the Miners. Eberhard leads off first. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball just missed down low by a hair. And it's 2-0. Jamie Robertson's best pitch is the changeup. He went to it a whole bunch in the first inning. Racked up his only strikeout of the day, but been going to it less as of late. Check back to first. Eberhard sliding safe.
It's going to be big here for Robertson. All day, he's struggled after giving up a base runner, a walk, a hit when he's done it previously. So getting this out after giving up a leadoff single would be huge for his confidence.
Middle field, or middle of the infield, played at double play depth. Here's the 2-1 pitch. That's hit in the air, left field. Kaimagari is there. Drifts to his left, and he makes the grab. Eberhard retreats back to first. So one gone here in the top of the third. Still runner aboard for the Miners.
Now batting the designated hitter, number 6, Ridge Erickson.
It's really important for Jamie Robertson to hold down Matsu where they are right now. Of course, the Bucs offense has been quiet as of late. Still just 1-0 Matsu here, top of the third. Miners have been the best offensive team in the ABL. Lead in almost every category. Their team average is nearing the 300 mark. Here's Ridge Erickson, breaking ball, top foul, third base side. 0-1 now on the DH. Erickson, speaking of batting averages, leads the ABL, the 377. Walked back in the first. Eberhard leads off first, and check back to him's not in time. Robertson, one of the slower pitchers on the mound in terms of pace, not velocity. He likes to take his time on the mound, where some of the Buck pitchers, like Kade Faza, he goes at a rapid pace. Counts 0-1 on Erickson. Robertson comes home. That's lined out to left center field. Joey Narrett on the run, and it drops into the gap. No, it's over the fence. That's a home run. That just snuck over the wall. It was hard to tell out here. Just a bullet out to left center field. And it's 3-0 Miners on top. My goodness. It looked like it was going to hit off the top of the wall. But Erickson just ripped it over.
Yeah, just a high ball. Didn't really look like a pop fly. Just kept on carrying. You called it a line drive because off the bat it looked like it was going to be one, but sneaks over left center field. First home run of the year for Erickson, and that's a good first one.
Well, you can have a line drive and be a homer.
Yeah.
Pitch is inside on Bilter, so it's 1-0. Wow. That just got over. Probably got out here in 3 seconds.
Yeah.
So 3-0 Matsu now. 1-0 on Evan Bilter. Breaking ball high and in. 2-0 now.
See some bullpen work immediately after that home run given up. A few people walking down to the bullpen for the Bucs. So Robertson now on a much shorter leash.
2-0 pitch, a breaking ball just catches the outside corner. A 2-1 now on Bilter. Erickson, that's actually his first couple of RBIs. Oh no, he has 10. Sorry about that. That's his 12th. I was about to say, just his 4th extra base hit. That one's ripped on the ground towards Provencio. He flips across the diamond in time for the 2nd out of the inning.
A near 400 batting average with no RBIs would be pretty impressive.
I saw the 0, didn't see the 1 next to it. So now 12 RBIs on the season. Like I said, though, just his 4th extra base hit. So now it's Aiden Espinoza, the hitter. 3-0. Miners on top here. Top of the 3rd. Robertson comes home. A top foul at the plate. 0-1 now on Espinoza. Grounded out to short back in the 2nd inning. He started 3 games so far this season. Has had a hit in every single one. There's the 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball just missed outside. 1-1.
First time all year, Robertson's given up 3 runs in an outing, and only 1 2/3 in. Definitely not the, or excuse me, 2 2/3 in. Definitely not what the right-hander wanted.
1-1 now on Espinoza. Bitch's line, right side base hit. Off the end of the bat, just worked it into right field. So a 2-out single for Espinoza. And there's a runner aboard here for the Miners here in the top of the 3rd.
Yeah, looping line drive there. No chance for Gamel, the second baseman, to get there. And all these hits have just been placed so well for the Miners. It's what you see pretty much every single time they either come here to Mulcahy or at Herman Brothers Field. It's a very specific and good ball team.
Great contact team as well. Espinoza takes off, pitches outside. Throw down from Matsuzaki is high and off the mark. Underhill applied the late tag, but not nearly in time. So now a runner in scoring position for the Miners. 2 outs here. Top of the 3rd, 2 runs already home for Matsu. Robertson gets the sign from Matsuzaki. Carson Grout, the hitter, counts 1-0. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss. 1-1. 1-1 on Carson Grout, the 3rd baseman today. Aiden Espinoza leads off of 2nd. 3-0 Miners on top. Here's the pitch, fought off foul left side. So I said Espinoza has hit in every start. Well, he continues that trend. And it's funny because in all the other starts, he just had 1 hit. So if he stops here, this is a real common occurrence for the player out of UCLA. 1-2 now on Carson Grout. Top of the 3rd, 3-0 Miners on top. Robertson takes a long pause. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss. A changeup down in the dirt. Matsuzaki throws over to first, and that'll do it here in the top of the 3rd inning. But the Miners get 2 runs off of a line drive homer from Ridge Erickson out to left center field. We'll be right back. It's Bucs Baseball. Don't go anywhere. think it was gone?
Left fielder, number 7, McGarry.
Back here at Mulcahy Stadium. Here in the bottom of the third, the Bucs are down 3-0. It was a line drive homer from Ridge Erickson in the top half of the frame that gave them their 3-0 lead. Kade McGarry, the leadoff hitter, looks at an off-speed strike, and it's 0-1. McGarry with his first at-bat of the day. This has been a common trend. Earlier in the season, the 7-8-9 hitters used to hit in the 7th inning. That one's laced out to right center field. Espinoza on the run, turns, and it's off the wall. Kade McGarry rounds first. He goes into second. Now he'll dig for third. The throw is in time. McGarry came off the bag. His slide was just a bit too aggressive over there at third base. And there's one out here in the bottom of the third.
Excellent throw from right field, and that's just a very, very tough out for the Bucs. One of the best hit balls we've seen all season from McGarry going opposite field, and yeah, it's a tough break.
Now the hitter Austin Gamel, pitch downstairs, 1-0. So the umpire said he came off the bat. It was Kevin O'Leary who made the call. 1-0 and Austin Gamel here. Tough break for the Bucs. Pitch in there for a strike.
So does that go as a double or a triple if he's off the back?
Well, would it be a double? And
I marked it
out
as a
advancing
double
to
and then out
third?
advancing, but it might have been a triple out trying to advance.
1-1 pitch, bounces in the dirt. It's 2-1. Yeah, I don't know. I think that it was a sure double.
Yeah.
And then it would have been safe at third, though, apparently, if he didn't come off the bag. So I think probably it has to be a triple.
Okay.
2-1 pitch, breaking ball high and in. So 3-1 on Austin Gamel. Bucs trying to spark something now on offense. A great chance they had with Kade McGarry, but he was off the bag. Tough break for Anchorage. 3-1's the count on Gamel. Mulcahy comes home, a breaking ball in there for a strike, and it's 3-2. Gamel with a 172 average on the season. Hasn't picked up a hit since June 13th. He has seen limited play time, though. Here's the payoff delivery in the dirt. Oh, it's a one-out walk for the Bucs. Austin Gamel goes to first. Maybe this is the start of a rally for Anchorage. Now the leadoff man, James Provencio's up.
The third baseman, number 7, James Provencio.
Provencio 0 for 1 on the day. He grounded out to the pitcher back in the first inning. Bottom three here at Mulcahy Stadium, 3-0 Miners on top. Gamel takes his lead on first base. Mulcahy's set. And he comes home. Pitch is fouled off. 0-1 on Provencio, who leads the Bucs with a .347 batting average. Last night when the Bucs tried to come back, they were down 5-0 heading into the ninth. They made it 5-2, 2 runs off of a Provencio single. Pitch is down and in. 1-1. Playing third base is Provencio. Started off the season, he's really struggling in the field. Now he hasn't had an error in the last 9 games. 1-1 inside. It's 2-1. Good to see Provencio clean it up on defense, because now especially Grant Haas, the shortstop, not in the lineup today, suffered a lower body injury yesterday. James Provencio has been locked down at the hot corner. Gamel takes his lead off first, counts 2-1. Mulcahy long pause. Here's the pitch, breaking ball high and wide, not even close, and it's 3-1.
Well, this is a lot more classic Provencio. The last couple games, we've seen some more swings, kind of uncharacteristic. But if you go back to the first 3 weeks or so of the season, this is what he did so well. He's just such an on-base machine, walks, hits, and this could be a big break here for the Bucs.
3-1's the count. Gamel takes his lead off first. Here's the pitch inside. So back-to-back walks for the Bucs. Runners on first and second now for Anchorage. Logan Ewell will walk up to the plate, and this is a situation you really want to take advantage of for the Bucs. You just think if Kade McGarry was safe over at third base, it'd be a whole different scenario. visit on the mound for the Miners.
Yeah, just settle down because this is not something you see a lot off of Mulcahy. He's usually the strike thrower, not the ball thrower of the league, and back-to-back walks, but he's worked out some situations already today. You go back to the first, gave up that triple, and then was able to recover with a strikeout. So some really good stuff out of Mulcahy before, but this is for sure the biggest play of the game for the Bucs. We'll be interested to see if they try maybe a double steal here, take that double play out of commission with two speedy guys on the base paths.
Yeah, Logan Yule, the hitter, to take advantage here for Anchorage. Runners off first and second. Prevents you up first. Gamel at second. Pitch is down in the dirt. Now it's a 1-0 on the right fielder. So far today, struck out back in the first. 0 for 1. Mulcahy gets the sign, and he's ready. Counts 1-0. There's the pitch down in the dirt, and it gets by Geffrey all the way back here. Both runners advance 90 feet. So now 2 runners in scoring position for Anchorage. A real big opportunity for the home side Bucs to tack on 2 runs.
Didn't even need the double steal. That's
Nope.
even better.
The ball did the stealing for them. Got by Geffrey. Now it's real far away from him. There was no chance. Corners are in for the Miners. Middle infield still back. Here's the 2-0 pitch. In there for a fastball strike. And it's 2-1. Mulcahy already set on the rubber. His reddish glove at his eyes. Now he twirls and deals. Fastball outside corner strike. Back-to-back pitches. Same result from Michael Mulcahy. Right on left matchup. Runners on second and third for the Bucs here. Bottom 3. Mulcahy kicks and deals. Swing and a miss. A pitch down in the dirt. Geffrey applies the tag. A big strikeout for Mulcahy, and there's 2 gone here in the bottom of the third.
Yeah, already 5 strikeouts on the day for Mulcahy. Just worked a little slider inside there and got the awkward swing from Yule. And when you have back-to-back fastballs, you should be expecting something breaking on that one, and Yule just a little behind it.
Now Landon Underhill, he tripled back in the first inning. Pitch to him, a cut and a miss. A nice breaking ball from Mulcahy. 0-1. This would be another great time for a triple from Landon Underhill.
Or any hit, really.
Or any hit. A single would bring home 2 runs and make it a 3-2 ball game. Mulcahy comes home, almost hit Underhill. All the way back, coming home to score is Gamel. The tag from Geffrey.
I think he was hit by a
Not
pitch.
in time, so they're saying Underhill was hit by a pitch. But wouldn't that still be a live ball?
No, hit by pitch would, I
Okay.
think, bring it dead, yeah.
So now Landon Underhill is going to take first. Well, Gamel was charging home. Geffrey dove and tried to make the diving play, but it was called dead before. So now the bases are loaded, and Joey Narrett's the hitter.
Number 4, Joey Narrett.
A big opportunity for Joey. He's come up with the bases loaded a couple times these last couple of games, and he's come up empty. So a chance to redeem himself. Mulcahy steps off the mound.
Yeah, even go back to the first, had that runner at third and struck out. So keeps on being given opportunities, just got to cash in on one of them.
There's the pitch. In there for a strike, and it's 0-1.
Some rare control issues here out of Mulcahy. Wild pitch, hit by pitch, couple of walks.
Yep. Well, he's still racking up the strikeouts.
Yes.
That's what he does best. He'll take one here as well. 0-1 pitch. Fastball missed outside. So 1-1 on Joey Narrett. Struck out back in the first. One of 4 strikeouts dealt by Michael Mulcahy. Bases juice for the Bucs here. Counts 1-1. Mulcahy kicks and deals off speed cut and a miss. 1-2.
And Narrett's just been way in front of that off-speed breaking pitch. Wouldn't be surprised to see Mulcahy go back to it here with 2 strikes.
Mulcahy set. Here's the pitch. Outside on the off-speed. Gamel gave a peek at home as the ball trickled away from Geffrey, but he did not come. So 2-2 now on Joey Neri. We're in the bottom of the third. It's 3-0 Miners on top. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Dukes is wild. We're at Mulcahy Stadium. Mulcahy set. Glove at his eyes. He's ready. Joey Neri in the lefty box. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball all the way outside. And it's full. It was a nab from Carter Geffrey, who luckily got a glove on it. Breaking ball with no break.
Yeah, Geffrey sure earning his paycheck this inning. He's had to go all the way around to keep a run from coming home.
Payoff pitch coming from Michael Mulcahy. Bases juiced here in the bottom of the third. Runners take off. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. A breaking ball down in the dirt. And Merritt leaves the bases loaded.
Same pitch.
It was a nasty one. The 5th strikeout of the day for Michael Mulcahy. We'll go to the top of the 4th. It's still 3-0. Miners on top. It's Bucs baseball. We'll be right back. Back here at Mulcahy Stadium as we head to the top of the 4th inning. Miners have a 3-0 lead over the Bucs. Still Jamie Robertson doing the pitching for Anchorage. They gave up a 2-run shot to Ridge Erickson back in the 3rd inning. At the blunt of the runs for the Miners so far. So we're here in the top of the 4th trying to shut down Matsu. Leading off is Carson Grout. Here's the pitch inside, but a called strike, and it's 0-1. Mind you, it's Greg Parentoni, the shortstop, leading off. 0-1 on Parentoni. Hitting .295 this season. Already has a single today. Robertson ready. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Is lined back up the middle, base hit. It trickles into center field. Narrett gloves it. And it's a leadoff single for the Miners. 2nd single of the day for Parentoni. And there's no outs here in the top of the 4th.
Yeah, the transformation of the shortstop over the last week or so. He's been a good fielder all year long, but he has not been this consistent hit maker. And now it just seems every time he's up to the plate, he's making really good contact. And now we're going to see a mound visit as hits just keep piling up against Jamie Robertson.
Now pitching coach Izzy Fuentes is going to take his long walk out to the mound. Robertson consoled by the entire infield. Fuentes always takes that long strut. Takes his time out there. Very old school. It's like what the MLB pitching coaches do. They take all the time that they can. Now Devin Jackson, the home plate umpire, is going to go and break up this meeting.
The bullpen looking a little different for the Bucs. Well, Grady Ferris, who's been the number 2 probably reliever, pitched last night, and then Jack Giordano has not with the team this week. He's going to visit some schools after entering the transfer portal. So Not as busy of a bullpen for the Bucs. This will be very interesting, but usually Jamie Robertson can be counted on for more than 3 or 4 innings.
Last start went 5 innings against the Chinooks. He said he's willing to eat up all the innings he's asked of. Now Luke Wilson, the hitter for the Miners. 1 out. Nobody out. Sorry, 1 on for Matsu. He shows bunt and he fouls it back.
Looks like John Witt currently the main guy warming up there, righty.
John Witt has also been a pretty high leverage guy for the Bucs so far this season. So Wilson showed bunt just then. He reached on a bunt back in the 2nd inning. I believe it was ruled an error on Jamie Robertson, so not a single. He doesn't bunt this time, chops it foul, third base side.
That's now 3 errors on Bucs pitchers in 2 games, and they've practiced that a lot this year, but you really don't want your pitcher getting errors. Leave it to the other guys. Obviously, you don't want any to, but those are just easy outs usually. So
I don't know about leaving it to the other.
Well, no, don't leave it to
Right.
the other guys, but yeah.
You want to limit the mistakes from the pitching side of things on the fielding aspect. Big swing and a miss. A big strikeout for Robertson, and there's 1 gone here in the top of the 4th.
Yeah, just the 3rd strikeout of the day from the righty, but it's a big momentum shifter after giving up a leadoff hit. Now you have to navigate this very strong top of the lineup. See if Jamie can do it.
Oh, it's Cole Funkhauser, leadoff man for the Miners. 0 for 2 with a strikeout and the ground out so far today. Robertson comes home. Pitch bounced in the dirt. Matsuzaki fields it, throws down to second and gets by Gamel. Nice backup by Underhill, who was nearly in center field. He made the grab. But Perantoni advances to second on the play.
Is that 3rd wild pitch?
Yeah, just another one that trickled by. Now, Matsuzaki has shown off his arm already this season. I believe he has 5 throwouts from the catcher position. A couple pitches have gotten away from him so far this evening, though. 1-0 on Cole Funkhauser. James Ferenzio, the 3rd baseman, playing in at the lip. That one's lined right back to Robertson. He gets up and he throws to second. Not in time. They caught it in the air, though. Nice play by Robertson, who just snapped out his glove and made the catch. So 2 outs here in the top of the 4th.
Well, that's just being in the right place at the right time. Robertson able to stick out his glove. Surprised he threw over the second base because Gamel was not even close to the bag. You risk another error there, but luckily everything's okay, and that's a huge 2nd out and a very easy 2nd out.
Now Carter Eberhard, the hitter. Runner on second. It's Greg Perantoni, the shortstop. Robertson checks him back. No throw. We're on the top of the 4th. Miners have a runner on second here. 2 outs. They're up over the Bucs 3-0. Already hold the season series lead 4-2. Trying to make it 5-2 against the Bucs today. Here's the pitch. That's hit on the ground. Foul right side.
Well, in season series, so huge for tiebreakers at the end of the year. And if you win today, you clinch at least a tie in it because you only play 10 times. So this is a somewhat big game. I think ball got stuck up there in the right corner.
Yeah, ball trickled back onto the field. So retrieved by a bullpen pitcher of the Miners. So we're just about set to resume play here at Mulcahy. Counts 0-1 on Carter Eberhard, the 1st baseman today. 1 for 2 with a single back in the 3rd. Robertson shakes off a few times. Now he gets the pitch that he likes. Comes set. Here's the 0-1 offering. That's line right side foul. Oh, it's 0-2 now on Eberhard. Already has a single today. He's recorded 4 straight multi-hit games, Eberhard.
Well, if I'm Robertson here, definitely throwing something to the outer 3rd of the plate because we've seen 2 balls pulled very hard foul to the right side. Maybe get Eberhard to try to reach on a pitch or 2.
Here's the 0-2 on its way. That one's hit on the ground sharply towards Muncie, the 1st baseman. He runs to the bag himself, and he beats Eberhard. So the side is retired here in the top of the 4th inning. The Miners leave Greg Perantoni stranded over at second base. No runs, 1 hit, and we'll head to the bottom of the 4th. It's Bucs baseball. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Mulcahy Stadium, everyone. Glad you're joining us on this beautiful Thursday evening here in Anchorage, Alaska. Miners up in front 3-0 over the Bucs as we head to the bottom of the 4th inning. And it's RJ Rouet leading off the DH. Rouet 0 for 1 with a strikeout back in the 2nd. Right on left matchup. Here's the pitch, off speed left outside, and it's 1-0 on Rouet. Michael Mulcahy still on the hill for the Miners. Has done brilliant so far, continuing in an outstanding ABL campaign. 1-0 pitch, pours in for a strike, a beautiful off speed. 1-1 now on Rouet, who's coming off a really nice outing against the Pilots last night on the mound. So back in the lineup today as a hitter, he swings and misses, and it's 1-2. But he also did really well against the Miners last Friday. He went 2 for 4 with a homer and an RBI single. So perhaps the bat coming around for the Baylor product. 1-2 on him. Mulcahy with his reddish gloves at his eyes. The kick and the deal. Off speed just left outside. So it's 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, nobody out here. Bottom of the 4th, Bucs are down 3-0. Here's the pitch, down low. It's full on RJ Rouet. Leadoff walk would do wonders for this Anchorage side. Last inning, Joey Nerick stranded, the bases loaded. Mulcahy ready. Here's the payoff pitch, topped foul behind the plate. RJ Rouet was dashing towards first. He did not know where the ball was. His head actually looked up, thought it was popped in the air perhaps, but still full on Rouet. Just 2 hits for the Bucs tonight. It's so funny, every time I say tonight I get confused because it's bright out. I feel like it's 2 p.m. Payoff pitch left upstairs. So leadoff walk for the Bucs. RJ Rouet will trot on over to first. A nice start to the bottom of the 4th.
Well, first time today that the Bucs will have the leadoff man aboard. Gary doubled, but was out on the same play in inning number 3. So this is a big chance, especially with a couple of guys who have demonstrated some small ball abilities this season coming up to the plate. This is the inning to do some damage if you're the Bucs.
Well, the line now lands on Ren Matsuzaki, the catcher today. Rouet takes his lead off first. Pitch to Matsuzaki, a check swing that he fully went around. And it's 0-1. Could not hold back on the breaking ball. That's just been lethal for Michael Mulcahy so far today. Has gone to it a whole bunch. 6 strikeouts for the starter. 0-1 right now. Pitch is hit on the ground, left side, could be 2. Jeffrey fires to second, there's 1. Relay to first, scooped up in time. It's an around the diamond twin billing And just like that, there's 2 gone here in the bottom of the 4th.
Now batting for your Anchorage Bucs, the first baseman, number 39, Nate Muncy.
So exactly what the Bucs did not need here in the bottom of the 4th. The offense is still struggling. Here at Mulcahy Stadium, no runs on just 2 hits. Mulcahy comes home. It's a strike to Nate Muncy, and it's 0-1. Muncy so far today, 0-for-1 with a strikeout. He swings and misses. 0-2 now. Mulcahy already ready, working fast, in a rhythm. No balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch, way outside on the heat, and it's 1-2. Oh, 1-2 on Muncy. Here in the bottom of the 4th. Pitch, way outside, breaking ball this time, 2-2. Double play, just a rally killer. It was chopped over the 3rd base, and from the second it hit off the bat, you thought, well, that's a possibility, and the Miners did brilliantly to turn it.
The Miners just show what happens when all facets of your team are working. Mulcahy's dealing great, gets 1 or 2 pitches, get past him, and then your defense backs you up perfectly.
There's the 2-2 pitch, inside, and it's 3-2, just a tick inside. A nice heater from Mulcahy, so it's full on Nate Muncy. 3-0 Miners on top here, bottom 4. Mulcahy sets, twirls. Now he comes home, swung on, laced foul right side. That was a nice rip from Nate Muncy. Off the barrel, so still full on the first baseman. Just 1 hit on the season for Muncy so far. Would love to pick one up right here. Here's the payoff pitch, pours in for strike 3. A breaking ball that just caught Nate Muncy frozen. We head to the 5th. Michael Mulcahy is pitching an absolute gem, as he always does. It's still 3-0 Miners. Don't go anywhere. It's Bucs baseball. Welcome back to Bucs baseball, everyone, here at Mulcahy Stadium as we head to the 5th inning. Milo Hoffman, Alex Burstein with you. Glad you're joining us. 3-0 Miners still on top. A new pitcher for the Bucs. It's John Witt making his 7th appearance on the season. Has pitched 10 innings so far with a stellar 1.80 ERA. Has racked up 5 strikeouts as well. A high leverage guy out of the pen. First pitch from him is a fastball strike, and it's 0-1. Carter Geffrey, the catcher. John Witt, first appearance since June 27th against the Miners. That one's hammered out to center field. Joey Narrett comes on, dives, and he makes the play. Brilliant catch from Joey Narrett, who laid out in center field. And there's 1 gone here in the top of the 5th.
the designated hitter, number 6.
And there it made up some great ground out there in the open grass of center field. He's had a couple diving tries this season. This time he's able to catch an excellent, excellent play there.
I mean, he fully laid out. He's not afraid of laying out. We've seen him run into the wall out there in center field. A fearless player. Pitch is outside to Ridge Erickson. And it's 1-0. Erickson had a line drive homer back in the third. Just snuck over the wall and over Narrett's head to make it 3-0. Pitch, that's hit on the ground up the middle. Underhill backs up. The shortstop throws across the diamond in time. So a nice play from Landon Underhill, who set his feet well. And there's 2 outs here in the top of the 5th.
Nice quick work here from John Witt. Not a huge strikeout guy, but when your defense is backing you up, this works perfectly.
John Witt, like I said, pitched against the Miners back on June 27th. He went 2 2/3 innings, gave up no runs, so he's been really good out of the pen so far. Our pitch is fouled off to Evan Bilter. 0-1 now. Bilter 0 for 2 with a fly out and a ground out. Miners hold a 3-0 lead here in the top of the 5th. Beautiful day in Anchorage, all sun. 0-1 outside as John Witt loses his hat, and it's 1-1. John Witt also kind of grunts as he throws towards home. Reminds me of tennis. Wimbledon's happening right now. Every time I hear John Witt pitch, it's like a tennis player getting ready for their serve. Big grunt as they hit it over the net. Witt set. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball just missed outside, and it's 2-1. Summertime, which means there's pretty much always a major tennis tournament happening. Right now, Wimbledon. Roland Garros was a month ago. 2-1 pitch. Breaking ball pours in for a strike. And then the U.S. gets some action. The U.S. Open to end out the summer over in New York City. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. John Witt trying to work a quick 1-2-3 inning. He comes set. Now he comes home. Swing and a miss as he loses his hat once again. A strikeout for John Witt. And the Miners go 1-2-3 here in the top of the 5th. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th. The Bucs are trying to get some offense on the board. Don't go anywhere. It's Bucs baseball. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Mulcahy Stadium as we head to the home half of the 5th inning. The Bucs are down 3-0 to the Miners, trying to get some offense on the board. And it's Kai McGarry leading off for the Bucs. He shows bunt, and he pops it up behind home plate, foul. So it's 0-1 on Kai. McGarry actually ripped a ball down the right field line his last time up in the 3rd inning, but was thrown out trying to advance to 3rd. Turn it into a possible triple, but instead, he was out, unfortunately. Would have started the inning. 0-1 pitch shows bunt again, pitch is outside. So it's 1-1 on Kai McGarry. The number 8 hitter for the Bucs, it'll be 8-9-1 for Anchorage. Down 3-0 here in the bottom of the 5th. Still Michael Mulcahy on the hill for the Miners. He's done swellingly today. Pitch outside, 2-1. 7 strikeouts for Mulcahy. He leads the ABL in that category. Second time he's punched out 7 against the Bucs this season as well. 2-1 the count on Kai McGarry. Mulcahy comes home, pitch in there for a strike. Nice breaking ball, and it's 2-2. Gorgeous sunny day here as the wind starts to blow out to left field at Mulcahy Stadium. It's been sunny and gorgeous pretty much the entire time here in Anchorage this summer. 2-2 pitch is topped on the ground towards short. Parentoni backhands, throws the first in time. And that's the first out of the bottom of the 5th. A nice play from Greg Parentoni, who set his feet well. And there's one guy.
Yeah, nice backhanded stop by Parentoni. He's been very, very good over there at short all season long. And with his bat coming along as well, he's turning into one of the most dangerous, multifaceted players in the league.
You say his bat's coming along. Already 2 hits today. Shortstop out of Pomona Pitzer. Now Austin Gamel, the hitter. Mulcahy comes set. Here's the pitch inside, and it's 1-0 on Gamel. Gamel looking for his first hit since June 13th. Bit of a slump for Gamel. Seen time in the outfield and at second base. 1-0 pitch, a wave and a miss. 1-1. 172 average for Gamel. He did walk back in the 3rd inning. Right on left matchup. Gamel wears all the armor too on his elbows. 1-1 pitch is topped on the ground right side. Eberhard fields it, but it gets by his glove and bounces into right field. So it was off the inside of Eberhard's glove, who tried to backhand it. Couldn't come up with it, so that'll probably be the first error on the day for the Miners. And there's 1 on with 1 out here. The bottom of the 5th.
He almost got that hit. Very close.
Almost.
Needed about 1 foot to the right, but overall still a good piece of hitting from Gamel. That's a ball that's going to get a lot of errors because of how hard it is to backhand and play it at the back of the infield. So good job to get something going as Gamel.
Well, now the top of the lineup is up for the Bucs. It starts with James Provencio. Gamel leads off first. He shows bunt, drags it down the 3rd base sign, foul. So a nice attempt from James Provencio. More bunting today. The Bucs have gone up there and showed bunt numerous times. It makes sense for James Provencio, the leadoff man, with the heart of the order right behind him. Logan Ewell on deck, followed by Landon Underhill in the hole. 1 on, 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th. Bucs trying to get some offense on the board. Provencio swings and misses, and it's 0-2 on the 3rd baseman. Takes a long walk around the dish, adjusting his belt. Wears his pants fully down. Has a pad along his right shin. Now digs back in, touches the bat on home plate a couple times. Mulcahy shakes off. Gamel takes his lead off first. Now the pitcher's set. 0-2 pitch, almost hit Provencio all the way back here. Hits the fence. Gamel easily takes second base. So a wild pitch from Michael Mulcahy, and a runner in scoring position now for the Bucs with 1 out in the bottom of the 5th.
Yeah, second wild pitch of the day out of the right-hander. His pitch count's getting up there, now closing in on 85 pitches, so most likely his last inning. Now just trying to get out of it unscathed and trying for 5 innings of really, really quality baseball.
This will be a big hit for James Provencio and the Bucs. Just 1 run here to give him something to lean on would be huge. Gamel off second. Here's the 1-2 pitch, a wave and a miss. It's down in the dirt. Carter Geffrey gobbles it up and throws the first in time. The 8th strikeout of the evening for Michael Mulcahy, and there's 2 gone here, bottom 5.
It's ridiculous. He's getting swing and misses everywhere in the zone, and the ball just never seems to be where the bat is for the Bucs. Continues to be an excellent, excellent outing.
And Provencio is someone that doesn't strike out.
Nope.
So, just really impressive stuff from Mulcahy. He's living up to the billing here at Mulcahy Stadium. Gamel dances off second. Pitch to Logan Ewell's in the dirt. Jeffrey fields it about 5 feet out from the dish. Gamel had a nice jump and took third on the play. Sort of a hesitated move from Gamel, but he went in sliding. So now a runner on third for the Bucs off another wild pitch. Jeffrey had a nice attempt to block it. It was down the third base line, but a chance here for Logan Ewell and the Bucs. Down 3-0 against the Miners. Mulcahy set, kicks and deals. Off speed in there for a strike. 1-1. Ewell so far today 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. It's a rare day at the plate for him. Doesn't strike out too much as well. Here's the 1-1 delivery outside on the off speed. So 2-1 now on Logan. Playing right field today. An RBI chance for him. He has no RBIs in his last 4 games. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Just catches the outside corner. So it's 2-2. Logan Ewell's last RBIs came off of his grand slam last Thursday over in Chugiak. Mulcahy gets the sign. Here's the 2-2 pitch outside. 3-2 now on Logan Ewell. Gamel leads off third. Full count on the right fielder. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. Now head coach Joe Silva is coming down the third base side, talking to home plate umpire Devin Jackson. Now Devin Jackson actually going to jump out of his position and go over to talk to Silva.
Yeah, Silva looks a little angry. I'm not sure what this would be over.
Yeah, I don't think anything wrong happened. All of a sudden, Silva was just walking down the third base line, and he has his hand up. He's talking to Devin Jackson. Now Joe Silva is going to go back into the dugout. He's gesturing toward. Okay.
Yep, chirping.
So he's gesturing towards the dugout, and it was about, chirping. The Bucs dugout has been loud and obnoxious today. Payoff pitch, check swing, it doesn't matter. Cold strike 3. Logan Ewell dropped his bat, was on his way to first, but Michael Mulcahy rings up his 9th of the day. And Anchorage strands Austin Gamel over at third base. Still 3-0 Miners on top. We head to the 6th. We'll hand things over to Alex as well. It's Bucs Baseball. We'll be right back.
Back here at Mulcahy Stadium, 3-0 Miners lead as we move to the top of the 6th inning. A beautiful night for baseball in Anchorage. John Witt stays in for a 2nd inning of relief. First pitch taken for a strike on the outside third to Aiden Espinosa. The UCLA product trying for his 2nd hit of the evening. Singled his last time up. Got around the 2nd on a stolen bag. Rests his black bat on his shoulder. Next pitch, breaking ball in there for a strike, and Witt quickly ahead 0-2 in the counts.
And John Witt worked a really nice 1-2-3 inning his last time out there. It was a brilliant play from Narrett to help him as well.
Witt looks in and fires. Poke towards short Underhill. Can't get the grab. It bounces off his glove. He was fielding it on a low hop, and that will be an error, his 3rd of the year.
Espinosa reaches, and there's one on with no outs. Ball just taken right on the ground. Very routine out to short. Underhill was trying to move and scoop at the same time, and one of those actions just didn't work.
It was an awfully routine play for Underhill. He looked pretty good at shortstop, taking over from Grant Haas. And, like I said, looked good, but that one just maybe a bit too ahead of himself.
Carson Grout at the plate. He shows bunt. First pitch taken low for a ball. 1-0 the count. Ren Matsuzaki immediately jumped up from his catcher's position. Thought about throwing down to first, but Aiden Espinosa had already retreated. One on with no outs. It's a 3-0 Matsu lead. The Miners trying for a 7th straight victory here tonight. 1-0. Witt gets his sign and fires. Another bunt shown, and this time it's in for a strike. So Grout tried to pull his bat away. Doesn't matter. It was a fastball to the outer third. Evens out the count at 1 apiece. Grout, a lefty, one of 3 lefties in the starting lineup today for the Miners compared to 7 for the Bucs. Large lead over at first. Pickoff attempt. Espinosa dives in safely. Speedy UCLA junior already has a stolen bag today. Wouldn't be surprised to see him take off for another. But Ren Matsuzaki, as we've mentioned, he's thrown out 5 runners this year. 1-1 pitch. Taken high and outside. Matsuzaki throws down the first. It's over the head of Muncie. Espinosa is going to advance to second on the air. He takes a long turn, but will retreat back to the bag. And another error, the 4th of the day here on Anchorage, means there's a runner in scoring position in the top of the 6th.
You got a feeling Matsuzaki was going to throw at some point, and that one just completely sailed over Nate Muncie's head. Like probably 4 feet over the head of Muncie, so not close.
Well, how about that? You have a air the reach for Espinosa, and then gets to second base on an air as well. It's a 2-1 count on the left-handed Carson Grout. Next pitch shows bunt. It's gone right back to Witt. He fields it cleanly, throws to first in time, but it does its job. Espinosa advances to third base. And there's a 1 away with a runner 90 feet from scoring here in the top of inning number 6. Played that ball perfectly up the middle. Witt had to sprint a few feet forward. Good job by the pitcher to get it cleanly to first base, something that's become a problem here. Corner infielders play in here as Greg Parentoni comes to the plate, trying for his 3rd hit of the day, and there it is. Lines one on the ground to left field. Espinosa trots home easily, and it's a 4-0 Miners lead. Parentoni turns on the first pitch he sees from John Witt and sends it one hopping into shallow left field. And the Miners offense keeps rolling here at Mulcahy Stadium.
Yeah, you said it. Just an absolute day from Greg Parentoni. And pulled his hands in and all singles, but all really hard hit.
3 for 3. How about that? Luke Wilson, first pitch, grounded past the glove of the third baseman Provencio. Wide turn from Parentoni. He's going into third. The throw is in time. A dart from Kai McGarry to third base gets Parentoni out at third. Wilson safely advances to second base on the throw, but there's 2 away and a possible run saved there for the Bucs. It was a well-hit ball by Wilson, sent bouncing past the glove of a diving James Provencio. But a risky turn there. You never want to run on Kai McGarry. And just like that, there's 2 away for the top of the lineup, Cole Funkhauser, runner at second base. An action-packed top of inning number 6. First pitch to Funkhauser is taken low and outside. Well, Funkhauser will get credited with the single, advance to second on the throw. Parentoni keeps his hit, but it will have to be sent back to the dugout. Very nice play out in left field. 1 ball, no strikes. Funkhauser waves his bat. Witt looks towards second and fires. Line towards center field, and it drops. Wilson turns third base. The throw home is cut off, and just like that, it's now a 5-0 Miners lead. A well-hit ball out to left center field by Cole Funkhauser. And the Miners in control here now in the top of inning number 6.
Just line drive after line drive. The barrel is finding the ball now for the Miners easily.
So,
It's a 2-run 6th inning for Matsu. First pitch from Witt is hit off the inside of the bat down the left field line and just drifts foul. Carter Eberhard almost charged some damage in the first pitch seen from Witt, but instead he'll head back to the lefty's batter's box, down 0-1 in the count. Everyone making contact here in inning number 6 for Matsu. Still a runner on, 2 away, 5-0 Miners lead. Next pitch, taken high and outside. So, air, ground out, single, single, single. Is how the inning has played out for the Bucs defensively. Trying to get out of this with only 2 runs given up. Miners have 7 hits already today. Eberhard waves his bat, 1-1. Runner takes. Hit in the air towards left field. McGarry easily jogs to his right and makes the grab on the run. So, the inning is finished for the Miners, but they get 2 across the plate off of 3 hits here in inning number 6. A pair of errors for the Bucs and 1 runner left on the base pass. Matsu in full control. It's 5-0. We go to the home half. Don't go anywhere. This is Anchorage Bucs baseball. Well, the reign of terror of Michael Mulcahy is over for the Miners. A very, very strong 5 innings for the right-hander out of California Baptist, and he gives way to Jack Ensel here in the bottom of the 6th. And Ensel has a comfortable now 5-0 lead as the Bucs try to cut into that here in the bottom of inning number 6. Landon Underhill leads things off, takes the first pitch on the ground to first. Eberhard stops it cleanly and runs to the bag in time. Nice play by the first baseman to feel a quick hopper from Underhill. And there's 1 away off of just 1 pitch in the bottom of inning number 6. Gives way to Joey Narrett, a pair of strikeouts today for the center fielder. He redeemed himself a nice play in center field, but still trying to get that back going. First pitch, breaking ball in there for a strike. Jack Ensel, he's been common against these Bucs. We saw him throw just a couple of days ago against this Anchorage squad. Here's the 0-1. Fastball taken outside. On the 1st of July, went 1 inning, giving up 3 hits and 1 run. The Bucs would take any offense here today. Maybe it comes against Ensel. 1 ball, 1 strike. Next pitch. Breaking outside. Narrett searching for his first hit in a couple of weeks. Last reached safely on a hit on June 18th. His batting average has dipped to 150 on the season. Here's the 2-1. Fastball lined right side. Tripping over is Wilson, and he makes the grab on the run. So Wilson able to make up the ground quickly, and just like that, there's 2 away.
Yeah, just off the end of the bat, Joey Narrett into center field, just sort of tacked out there. But good to see Narrett put the ball in play.
Bucs have just 2 hits on the day. Sun's still out fully here, 7:45 p.m. local time. It's a perfect temperature for baseball here at Mulcahy Stadium. RJ Rue at the plate. Lefty, first pitch, fastball taken low. Rue will check his swing quickly before tapping back into the lefty's batter's box, waves his beige bat, and here comes the 1-0. Fastball taken all the way for a strike. 5-0, Miners on top, bottom of inning number 6, 2 away here. Anchorage trying to search for some offense, anything they can get against this Matsu team who has been in control recently, not just against the Bucs, but everyone. 1-1 breaking ball taken high and away. Ensel just completely lost control of that. He took a bunny hop in front of the pitcher's mound. Did not like where that one ended up. Now the Florida native will retreat back to the mound. Sets the glove at his chest. Quick windup and the throw. Breaking ball grounded right side, backhanded by the first baseman Eberhard, who flips it to to Ensel in time. So a 3-1 put out brings a very quick bottom of the 6th to a close for the Bucs. Anchorage goes 1-2-3 and trails 5-0 heading into the 7th. Don't go anywhere. This is Anchorage Bucs baseball. Another call to the bullpen as we go to the top of the 7th here at Mulcahy Stadium. A 5-0 Miners lead over the Bucs. Anthony Steinoff comes in to relieve John Witt after 2 innings of solid relief for the right-hander. Now it's time for a southpaw. The 6'8", 205-pound lefty out of Minnesota plays his collegiate ball at Western Illinois University, playing to his 4th appearance of the year. And how about this? A spotless 0.00 ERA for the very lanky left-hand flamethrower. So Steinoff will try to keep that going here against the middle of the lineup. Carter Geffrey starts things off for the Miners, the 3-hitter out of Iowa. 0 for 3 today, did reach off of an error back in inning number 1. So trying to get a solid hit, help out his batting average a little bit. Came into today's game with a 6-game hit streak, trying to make it 7 here. He's been a very, very solid hitter all season long for the Miners. Steinoff sets and fires. First pitch fastball in there for a strike. Steinoff stands just as tall as he can, uses all 6'8" of him before putting his power into every single pitch. He leans in for the sign, gets what he wants, and now the 0-1. Hit right back up the middle and into center field. A soft line drive by Carter Geffrey. He's aboard with a single, and there's 1 on to start off the 7th inning for the Miners.
Yeah, that one just off the inside of the bat. I don't know, maybe he broke the bat just barely. See someone heading back to the dugout with the bat in hand, but just, yeah, like you said, a soft liner into center field. About perfect way to describe it.
Steinoff looked at it for a second, but was not able to react in time to make a grab, And that hit streak now up to 7 games for Geoffrey. Ridge Erickson comes to the plate, the cleanup man and top hitter on this minor squad. First pitch, fastball taken just a hair low to the BYU catcher tonight in the designated hitter spot. Just wrapped up his freshman campaign out in Utah. Only played in 15 games though. 1 ball, no strike. Erickson rests his bat on his shoulder. Next pitch, taken outside. He'll probably have a case for a few more games after this summer. He's looked very solid behind the plate, but the offensive numbers just so hard to argue with. Also has a 2-run home run today, one that just eked over the left center field wall on the line. So he's been so impressive this season. 2-0 pitch. Cracked off the bat towards left field, drops for a base hit. Another line drive by Erickson, and there's 2 on with no outs.
Wow.
Turned on the first pitch in the zone and just slams it towards left.
Yeah, I mean, just line drive city for Ridge Erickson, and he's just gonna keep hitting like this. Obviously, one of the best hitters in the entire league, leads the league in batting average, and that's only gonna skyrocket after today.
If he's able to get that power hitting, extra base hitting down as well, he is going to be just oh so dangerous. Evan Bilter at the plate, righty at the plate, shows bunt, takes it inside. Ren Matsuzaki struggled to pick it up, but stares down Geoffrey over at second base to avoid him from advancing. Bilter's going to adjust his bat, bounces it off of home plate, and now twirls it around, waiting for the 1-0 offering from Steinhoff. The lefty looks towards second, and now fires. Another bunt shown. It's in the air, out of play to the left side.
Yeah, Miner's really going back to the bunt, a whole bunch, and you can see Bilter's already getting the signs as he walked back towards the box down the first base side. So, not small or not afraid of small ball with the Miners.
Small ball has won games for Matsu during this 6-game winning streak, trying to make it 7. He shows bunt before Steinhoff even fires. Infield comes in. It's bunted down the third base line. Provencio fields it cleanly. High throw caught by Muncie over at first. Excuse me, that was caught by Gamel, who is covering first base. It does advance both the runners, so there's 2 in scoring position with 1 away, and that's a very, very well-timed bunt by the Miners.
Yeah, just perfectly done. Sometimes you don't want to show it that early, but listen, you get the job done, it doesn't matter.
Aiden Espinosa, left-handed hitter, comes to the plate. Big opportunity to really break this one open. First pitch from Steinhoff. Bounce towards first. Diving stop by Muncie. He steps on the bag in time. What a play. Both runners held at their bases. And an excellent, excellent stop by the first baseman out of Kent State. There's 2 away.
Wow. Just dove and then actually came up on the bag, so that can't feel too good, but wow, what a athletic play from Muncie over there to save a run.
Espinosa robbed of a hit. Carson Grout comes to the plate. Another lefty. Steinhoff sets. First pitch. Breaks inside. Just nearly hits Grout. He's able to back out in time. Well, that was lefty on lefty on lefty crime. Steinhoff pitched it to Espinosa, and then Muncie just gobbles that one off at the first base bag. 1 ball, no strikes on Grout. Here's the next pitch. Just dribbled foul back. 0 for 3 day for Grout. Pair of ground outs along with a strikeout swinging in the third. He's had a rough go at it offensively the last few games. He has been a patient batter. Walks in 4 straight. We'll have to be patient here, though, to get to that mark. 1 ball, 1 strike. Steinhoff sets at his belt and fires. Breaking ball swung on and missed. And now the Bucs have a chance to get out of this inning with no damage done. Runners at second and third base. Miners leading 5-0, top half of inning number 7. Runners take their lead. Steinhoff with the lean in for a sign, now sets straight. Here's the 1-2. Hit up the middle, past a diving Underhill into center field. 1 runs in to score. Erickson behind him, the throw home, stopped by Muncie near the mound. And that's a 2 RBI single by Carson Grout. It's now 7-0 Miners in the top of the 7th.
Well, Carson Grout was one of the hitters that was struggling for Matsu. And just like that, He's out of his little slump, and this game has been blown open.
Geffrey and Erickson both safely home. And there's 1 on, 2 away, and the inning continues for Greg Parentoni out of Pomona Pitzer. First pitch, runner takes. It's a strike. Throw down to second is not in time. It got to Gamel with good time, but he had a slow reach. A nice slide by Greg Parentoni means he has his, by Carson Grout, gives him his first stolen base of the day. No balls, 1 strike on Parentoni. 3 for 3 day for the shortstop. He'd love to make it 4 for 4. Next pitch from Steinhoff, taken outside.
That's a big stolen base because those 3 for 3 hits, all of them singles.
Yep.
So now Grout in scoring position, a single would bring him home.
Already an RBI back in the 6th, last inning for the Miners, who are now in control 7-0. Bright blue batting gloves for Parentoni. Ready for the pitch. Here it comes. Hit softly on the ground to first. Muncy gathers and runs to the bag in time. A busy inning for Nate Muncy, but the Miners offense even busier. They plate 2 off of 3 hits, no errors, and 1 runner left on the base paths in the top of the 7th. Stretch time here at Mulcahy Stadium. It's a 7-0 Miners lead. The Bucs need some offense. See if they can get it. Next, here, you're watching Anchorage Bucs baseball. To the bottom of the 7th here at Mulcahy Stadium, a 7-0 lead for the Miners. Well, if this was Wrigley Field, they would have said, let's get some runs, Bucs, and that's what they need here. They need some runs. Anchorage trying to avoid getting shut out here. Ren Matsuzaki going to hit in the 7th. Jack Ensel in for a 2nd inning of relief. First pitch hit on the ground towards second. Coming in, Funkhauser grabs it and throws to first in time. A short chopper by Matsuzaki, but Funkhauser has been impressive all year, and that's an easy play for the second baseman.
A good day for the Cubs, right?
Yeah. Walk-off in the 10th inning. Can we say the same about the Yankees?
No.
Ah.
Yeah, you didn't have to do that. I know. I put
I didn't know the
myself-
final score. That was a genuine question.
No walk-off for the Yankees. Swept by the Blue Jays. First time in franchise history the Yankees were swept in Toronto.
Nate Muncy takes first pitch low for a strike. 0-1 the count.
Unbelievable.
Yankees in the skid, Bucs in the skid. Tough day for Milo. Here's the 0-1. Popped up right side, a high towering fly ball. Espinosa comes in and makes the grab. Well, Muncy put a lot into that one, but Espinosa able to field it in the lone shaded part of this field, the scoreboard area out in right field. And there's 2 away quickly here in the 7th.
It's just quick swings.
Yep.
In situations like this when you want to get runners aboard. I would try to work the count a little bit more and then try to come up with a big hit with runners on instead of just attacking the first pitch.
Kai McGarry at the plate. First pitch, breaking ball, check swing. They say he went around for a strike. 0-1 the count. The problem is they've worked their way into counts sometimes, and then they end up striking out.
Right.
So
both sides of the coin haven't worked
He's
for
still rather
Anchorage
a
today.
chance to get on.
0-1 pitch. Swung on and missed on a breaking ball. Kai McGarry way behind that one. And it's an 0-2 count. Well, McGarry has shown he has a lot of offensive prowess. We saw it in the third inning with that double. Tried to stretch it into a triple but couldn't. But these outside breaking balls have been trouble for him all year long. No balls, 2 strikes. Next pitch, fastball popped up right side, soaring towards foul territory. First baseman Eberhard tracks it and makes the grab over his shoulder. With little room to run, Eberhard makes an excellent play, and that's the third out here in the bottom of the 7th. Bucs go 1-2-3 once again. It's a 7-0 Mat-Su lead as we head to the 8th. Don't go anywhere. This is Anchorage Bucs baseball. Back here in Anchorage, it's a 7-0 Mat-Su lead. Moving to inning number 8, Anthony Steinhoff will stay in for a second inning of work after looking okay in the 7th. Tall right-hander trying to keep this at a 7-0 deficit. It's been a rough stretch for the Bucs, and that looks to maybe continue today. Bucs losers of 4 straight. Meanwhile, the Miners, by far the hottest team in the league, winners of 6 straight and trying to make it 7. Luke Wilson starts things off. First pitch from Steinhoff, taken low for a ball, 1-0 the count. Steinhoff, the tall lefty, versus Wilson, the short righty. Polar opposites here. Next pitch, just taken outside. Wilson has a very, very tall beige bat that makes him look just tiny there in the righty's batter's box. It's a similar size bat to some of the taller players. He stands in. Here comes the 2-0. Lined right side, and Ewell doesn't have to move to make the grab. Straight into the glove of the right fielder. And there's one away quickly here in the top of inning number 8.
Well, I just think the bat looks bigger because he's a smaller frame.
Yeah, but I'm saying usually you see, like, you get a bat proportionate to your size. Like, I know in Little League in high school, don't you size your bat based on how tall you are?
I mean, I think he just has a normal size bat, you
Okay.
know? Like, I don't think, I mean, I think it's just because he's a smaller frame, it probably looks a bit smaller to us.
First pitch to Cole Funkhauser. Floats into the zone for a strike. 0-1 the count.
What do you think? You should go up there with a...
No. Okay, I guess you're right. I stand corrected. Funkhauser looks in for the 0-1. Here it comes. Popped shallow right field. Gamel drifts over and makes the grab on shallow outfield grass. So there's 2 away quickly here from Steinhoff. Defense looking decent for the Bucs here in inning number 8, but earlier today it's just been eating them alive. 5 errors for Anchorage. It's led to a couple of runs. Just 1 for Mat-Su. Steinhoff stands tall, lefty-lefty matchup. First pitch to Carter Eberhard. Scrapes into the inside zone. 0-1 the count. Wind blowing in ever so slightly. So that will help the defense here. Bucs just trying to keep this, not at a manageable deficit, but make it no larger. 0-1 pitch. Taken low.
Sun still belting down here at Mulcahy Stadium, 67 degrees. Probably the warmest it's been in an 8th inning of a contest this year. It is getting slightly shadier, which will help the players cool down. 1 ball, 1 strike. Next pitch. Breaking ball hits the outer third for a strike. 1-2 the count.
Yeah, this sunshine looks like the end of a matinee game at Yankee Stadium, where the shade actually becomes a factor with the shadows and stuff.
Still only 8:05 p.m. 1-2 pitch. Bounce down the first base line, and they say it hit off the foot of the tall left-handed Carter Eberhard. So he will walk back to the lefties batter's box. It's been a big day for California Baptist University Miners. Eberhard singled in the third, came around to score the second run of the day for the Miners. And the pitcher, Michael Mulcahy, went 5 innings. He's in position for a win. 1-2 pitch, breaking ball called, strike 3. Steinhoff knew it as it left his hand. He'll walk off the mound and bring the top of the 8th to a close. 1-2-3, Miners go down easily in the top of the 8th. Bucs bat tries to get something going in the bottom half. Don't go anywhere. This is Anchorage Bucs baseball. Back here at Mulcahy Stadium, bottom of inning number 8, the Bucs trailing the Miners 7-0 as Jack Ensel stays in for a 3rd inning of work. He's looked really good through 2 for the Miners. Things getting very interesting in the Alaska Baseball League standings. Bucs entered last week with a multi-game lead atop the standings. They've moved down to number 2, currently 3.5 games back of the Bucs. And it's a big night for scoreboard watching because the Pilots and the Chinooks are playing. Currently a 6-6 tie in inning number 6. Pilots have rallied down 6-2. And if the Bucs lose this and the Pilots win, Anchorage will drop all the way to 3rd place in the standings. So the Bucs could be out of a playoff spot by the end of this evening unless a major rally happens. And obviously rooting for the Chinooks as well here tonight. So a big night for baseball here in the Alaska Baseball League. Just not a big night for the Bucs bats. Trailing 7-0. Be the 9-hitter Austin Gamel to start things off. Ensel's looked amazing. No strikeouts, but 6 up, 6 down, all on flyouts and groundouts. So he's induced really good contact here. And the right-hander trying to keep that going here in the 8th. First pitch from Ensel. Taken right down the middle for a strike. 0-1 the count.
And just 2 hits on the day for the Bucs and 5 errors.
Gamel digs into the lefty's batter's box, waves his bat. Here's the 0-1. Curveball taken on the inner third. 0-2 the count. You know, I forgot Gamel was a lefty when I was originally counting. That's 8 lefties in the starting lineup for the Bucs. So only right-hander is Kai McGarry, this 8-hitter. Very crazy stuff. 0-2 pitch. Gamel takes low and outside. They've only faced off against right-handed pitchers today, which you would think gives them a huge advantage. The lefties usually able to hit it better off some righties. Not the case, though. Scored no runs, 2 hits. 1-2. Hits off hits right in front of Gamel. Looked like it may have clipped his foot, but the umpire will say no and evens out the count at 2 apiece.
Looks like Gamel rocks the torpedo bat, too.
Yeah. Half black. It fades into a maroon red on the upper third. Very beautiful wooden bat. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Gamel. Waves his bat in the air. Next pitch. Poked towards first base, and it went off the foot of Gamel. So, a foul ball. Austin knew it right away. He wasn't going to make the unnecessary run. He stretches out his right foot as he walks around the turf to the right of the batter's box.
wants to make sure everything's okay. He's made the move over to second base tonight, and we'll see how long he plays there. Grant Haas, the usual shortstop, nursing a pulled hamstring. That's why Landon Underhill over at shortstop tonight. 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball just misses outside. And we run full on Austin Gamel. Takes a quick step out of the lefty's batter's box and now returns. Trying to reach to start off the 8th inning for Anchorage. They need anything they can get. The payoff pitch. Fastball called, strike 3 on the bottom third. First strikeout of the night for Jack Ensel, and it comes backwards. A strikeout looking to Austin Gamel, and there's one away in the 8th.
Yeah, Gamel tossed his bat towards the dugout. Thought he had a walk there, but then home plate umpire Devin Jackson said, nope, nope, nope. You're going to go back to the dugout.
So it's top the lineup, but no one on the base pass for the Bucs. They have to make something work themselves. James Travencio at the plate. He shows bunt. Few feet in front of home plate. Ensel grabs it, fires a strike to first base, and it's in time. Ball was definitely closer to Geffrey, but Ensel had the much better jump off the mound, and he fields the bunt perfectly. There's 2 away, and the Bucs trying anything they can to get base runners on, and even bunts aren't working.
Yeah, that one, normally you want to bunt down one of the lines. Either drag it down the first base line if you're a lefty or just poke it down the third base line. That one's sort of just right back to the pitcher.
So it's 2 away for Logan Ewell. He'll probably be swings away, not trying to bunt his way on. First pitch to the lefty is hit on the ground, up the middle, past a diving Parentoni, and finally a base hit for the Bucs. Just their 3rd of the day, and Logan Ewell comes through with it. There's 1 on with 2 away here in the bottom of the 8th.
That one might sting. It might sting the hands a little bit off the end of the bat, but still fought it off into center field. That tells you how much strength Logan Ewell has.
Just pushed it a little right of the pitcher's mound. And it just kept sailing out towards center field. No chance of the play for either of the middle infielders. Landon Underhill at the plate. First pitch. Popped up left side. Should soar out of play. And it does. Someone will get a souvenir. That one bounced all the way actually on the top of the batting cages. So it's like a big bounce off the cement. They'll have to work to get that one back. No balls, 1 strike. A shallow crowd on hand for this Thursday night matchup. Bucs trying to avoid falling to 0-4 on the week. 0-1 pitch. Ripped down the first base line and fair. Ewell turns second base. He'll be into third safely. And a ripper from Landon Underhill as runners at the corners with 2 away. So what he's done all day, had a triple back in the first inning. This one just lines it and gets it past the first baseman Eberhard. And there's 2 on. Some offense finally coming along for the Bucs. It might be too late, but at least some momentum, and they'll try to take that here into the cleanup man, Joey Narrett.
Yep, 2 times Underhill has put it in play, just like you said, a blistering line drive.
First pitch to Narrett. He checks his swing. It's outside for a ball, 1-0 the count. Narrett, big day for him. He committed to Iowa to continue his career in the transfer portal out of Dallas Baptist, but has not had his swing tonight. Pair of strikeouts and a line out to center field. 1-0. Runner takes. It's bounced past the third baseman. Grout. 1 runs in to score. Logan Ewell in safely. They almost catch Underhill at second, but he slides back safely. And that's an RBI single for Joey Narrett. His first hit since June 18th, and it's 7-1. Miners, the Bucs, finally on the scoreboard.
Yeah, nice piece of hitting from Joey Narrett just to top it over that third base side and kind of into no man's land. Good to see the Bucs get on the board here.
Steve Hecker, the pitching coach for the Miners, makes the short walk from the visitors' dugout over to the pitching mound, donning his green quarter zip. This won't be a pitching change. They're going to trust Jack Ensel for at least 1 more batter. RJ Rue, the 5-hitter, will come to the plate, just trying to settle things down. Ensel looked great. Retired the first 7 batters he faced. First 8 batters he faced. Now it's been a 2-out rally. Single, single, single. It's like the 9th inning yesterday for the Bucs, just coming a little bit earlier. Maybe this is the pace they're going to go at. ninth inning yesterday, 8th inning. So in
That's
3
true.
or 4
That's
games,
true.
they'll be all ready to have an actual solid offensive output.
That would be good. But listen, if RJ Ruiz can pick up a hit here, keep the line moving, maybe get to 3 runs in this inning, it'll make it a little bit of a game.
Bucs trailing 7-1. They're down in the hit battle as well, 10-5. Leads off of first and second base. First pitch, fastball taken low. Yesterday was one of the very, very strange days where the Bucs out-hit the Pilot 7-6, but still fell 5-2. 1-0 offering taken high and away. You very rarely see that, where a team leads in hits but can't punch them in. But that's been the story of the season for the Bucs. You get runners on, can be hits, can be walks, can be hit by pitches, but you can't punch them in. Bucs already have 1 in this inning, though. 2-0 pitch, breaking ball into the zone for a strike. Ruiz watches it float in, and it's a 2-1 count.
Yeah, you can see Ruiz, when he geared up for that one, already gave up on the play or on the pitch, and it just belted back into the zone. So off speed is working well.
2-1 offering, swung on and missed on outside pitch. Ruiz had committed to the swing and couldn't hold back. Trying to avoid an 0-for-3 day, struck out in the second, grounded out to first in the 6th. He does have a walk back in inning number 4, but was out advancing the second on a double play. Leads at first and second base. There's 2 outs here. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Taken low and inside. Let's go full here on Ruiz. He's been an off and on offensive player this season, hitting .231. His only multi-hit game of the year came last week against Matsu, where he had that big home run. Trying for his first hit, payoff pitch, breaking way inside. Ruiz ducks away from it, and that's a walk to load the bases here in the bottom of the 8th. Bucs getting some offense going, and it's up to Ren Matsuzaki to keep the rally going. Now we're going to see a pitching change. Tyler LeBrun makes the walk out to the mound to take the ball from Jack Ensel, and that will be the day for the right-hander. We'll take a pause as well and be back in just a second. 7-1 Bucs trail, but threatening here in the bottom of the 8th. Don't go anywhere. This is Anchorage Bucs Baseball. Back here at Mulcahy Stadium, the Bucs have the bases loaded with 2 away in the bottom of the 8th, but they'll have to keep the inning going against one of the best relievers in the Alaska Baseball League. Left-hander Colin Miskelly comes in to relieve Jack Ensel, the 6'1" southpaw out of Long Beach State University, and boy has he been good this year. 5 appearances, 1 win, and a 1.23 ERA in over 7 innings pitched. We last saw him against the Bucs just a few days ago. On July 1st, went 2 innings, gave up 1 hit, no runs, and 3 strikeouts. So does not give up a lot to any team, especially the Bucs, and will try to keep it going here. But it's a tough situation. 2 away, but the bases are juiced, and Ren Matsuzaki coming to the plate trying to make this a new ball game. One swing of the bat, and this could become a 3 or 4 run game.
Yeah, Matsuzaki with a big chance here. Bases loaded. Second time the Bucs have had the bases loaded today. Oh, there's going to be a pinch hitter. Looks like Luke Taylor is going to come up, which would make sense.
Yeah.
Luke Taylor, great hitter. Matsuzaki has been really good at the plate lately, but Luke Taylor didn't start today, so you figure they might find a way to get him in.
So, Luke Taylor had a rare day off, no more. A Long Beach State versus Long Beach State battle, pitcher versus hitter here. Luke Taylor, with his bright yellow cleats and batting gloves, steps into the righty's batter's box. Big chance for the catcher. First pitch from Miskelly's fastball inside. The irony here, Miskelly, the first left-handed pitcher of the day. Bucs start 8 left-handed hitters, and now the first pitcher for a lefty today.
Yeah.
He has to face off against a righty in Taylor.
I was going to say that also helped Taylor's case coming on.
1-0 pitch, way inside, and it clips the arm of Luke Taylor. An RBI hit by pitch. The league leader in hit by pitches does his job. Trotting home to score, Landon Underhill. And it's a 7-2 ball game here in the bottom of the 8th.
Make it double-digit hit by pitches for Luke Taylor. And also now he's also tied up with RBIs in the league lead as well. So
It's the league home runs, RBIs, and hit by pitches.
Yep.
I guess the first 2 make sense. The third one, not always the same. Joe Silva is going to come out to have a word with Devin Jackson, most likely about a change in the order. I'm not sure why this would be. This is Nate Muncie's spot
it looks
to
like
hit.
Muncie went back into the dugout.
So maybe they're doing a late pinch hitter.
Yeah,
And
Reese
it looks
Sherman.
like they will. Interesting. So Muncie's day is over at first base. It'll be Reese Sherman coming to hit, the catcher out of Gonzaga.
Wonder who's going to play the field.
Yeah.
Maybe Sherman at first.
Could be Sherman at first. Could be Toger coming into first base.
Yeah.
Or you could shift Rue, the designated hitter, to first base. That's a good thing for the Bucs. They have plenty of options over at first. So, back-to-back pinch hitters here to start off against Colin Miskelly in the 8th. The bases are still juiced. It's a 7-2 ball game. Sherman taps his white bat on home plate. Loosely grips the bat with his yellow batting gloves and now readies for the pitch from Miskelly. Runners at every bag. Here's the first pitch. Sherman takes a fastball low.
Now, this would be a big hit because this would actually make it a 7-4 game, likely scoring 2 runs on the hit. So even a single could do damage.
Leads off of first, second, and third base. Miskelly stands relaxed and fires the 1-0. Sherman watches another strike go by. So evens out the count at 1 apiece. Sherman's been an off and on hitter this season for the Bucs. It's his first time hitting since against the Miners 2 days ago. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 away. Skilly takes a deep breath and fires. Poked foul to the right side. Sharp hack from Sherman. It touches the outside part of his bat and goes to the away dugout here at Mulcahy Stadium. And the Bucs down to their last strike of the inning. Already 2 runs across the plate here. It's a 7-2 Miners lead. Bucs trying to break out of a 4-game skid here on the night before Independence Day. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Next pitch, way outside. Geffrey with a good job to stick out his glove and keep it from going to the backstop. He saves a run there, and it evens out the count at 2 apiece. Joey Narrett at third base, RJ Rue at second, and Luke Taylor at first. Reese Sherman waves his bat. Wind ever so slightly in the air. Here's the 2-2 inside. Count runs full on Sherman.
That means the merry-go-round is going to be off. A hit into the gap would have a chance at scoring 3 because the runners are going to be running.
Bucs have had 5 consecutive batters reach after starting the inning with 2 outs. 2-out rally here from the Bucs. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Miskelly readies. Runners off the payoff pitch. It's outside.
A walk offer to Reese Sherman. Another run comes in to score. This time it's Joey Narrett. And the Bucs now down just 7-3 in the bottom of the 8th. Kai McGarry makes the walk to home plate. A chance to now, with one swing of the bat, potentially tie the ball game.
I mean, that would be amazing. But right now, that's not what McGarry should be thinking. He should be thinking, put the ball in play, hit it, perhaps get over the ball and hit it hard on the ground because you have speed. Try to pick up a hit here, cut it to a 2-run game.
9th batter of the inning. First pitch from Miskelly. McGarry checks his swing. Doesn't matter, it's low. They'll appeal and say he didn't go around. 1 ball, no strikes on the left fielder out of Arizona State. 1 for 3 today. Doubled back in the 3rd inning, but was out trying to advance to 3rd. Runners take their leads at every bag. Here's the 1-0. Check swing, doesn't matter. This one into the zone. It's a 1-1 count.
This is what the Bucs do when they're hitting well. They take pitches, they see pitches, and then they pounce when they're ready, and they don't chase on pitches that are outside the zone. So already 2 runs in. Hit by pitch, a walk. I know it's not pretty, but it gets the job done.
Count even at 1. Miskelly steps back and fires. McGarry takes the pitch outside. R.J. Rue over at 3rd base. Luke Taylor at 2nd. Reese Sherman at 1st. Every player takes just a few strides off the bag. Bucs already have 3 across the plate this inning, trailing by 4 here in the bottom of the 8th. Miskelly looks in and fires the 2-1. McGarry takes a breaking pitch outside, and it's a 3-1 count.
Now I want to point out Luke Taylor taking his lead at 2nd. He actually backs up like 5 feet behind the bag, so he has an easier angle around 3rd on a potential hit. But I would not be chasing right here if I was McGarry.
Infield all back. 3 balls, 1 strike. Next pitch to McGarry. Popped in the air, chasing foul, and it will escape on the right side. So McGarry takes a hack at a low outside pitch and sends it towering into the sky. And it goes to a full count.
Runners are going to be running once again.
Miskelly has already put 2 runners in, 1 off of a hit by pitch, 1 off of a walk. Neither of the runs charged to him. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Runners take the payoff pitch, inside fastball. That's an RBI walk, and the Bucs have pulled within 3 here. It's 7-4 as R.J. Rue scores the 4th run of the inning for the Bucs. And we've made our way all the way around the carousel. Austin Gamel started off the inning with a strikeout, and now we're going to see the whole infield as well as Tyler LeBrun make the walk out to the mound. The day might be over for Colin Miskelly. He faces off against 3 batters, offers free passes to all of them, and there's the sign. So a pitching change here at Mulcahy Stadium. Miners lead down to 7-4 here in the bottom of the 8th, and the bases are still loaded. 2 away, don't go anywhere. This is Anchorage Bucs baseball. Back here at Mulcahy Stadium, and the game has been turned on its side. 7-4, the Miners lead, but the Bucs already with 4 runs across the plate here in the bottom of the 8th. A 2-out rally for the ages. Austin Gamel comes to the plate after striking out 9 batters ago to start off this inning. It was a ground out the next batter, and now the Bucs have reached with 7 straight hitters. Gamel tries to keep the rally going. Bases are juiced. Gabe Smith into the game for the Miners, the right-hander, making his 6th appearance of the year, a 7.5 ERA. Runners take their leads at every base. First pitch to Gamel. Line towards center field. Should be playable for Wilson, and he makes the grab in center field. Gamel takes the first pitch he sees and sends it to center field, and the rally comes to a close for the Bucs. But Anchorage makes it a ball game. It's now 7-4 after 4 runs come across the plate off of 3 hits, no errors, and 3 runners left on the base pass here in the 8th. Anything can happen in the 9th. You might as well stay around and find out. Don't go anywhere. This is Anchorage Bucs Baseball. It's time for the 9th inning here at Mulcahy Stadium. And it's also time for a Bucs debut. Colin Linder comes in, a right-hander out of Arizona State University, for his first appearance of the 2025 campaign for Anchorage. He comes in trying to hold this at just a 3-run deficit. Bucs made it a game after scoring 4 runs in the bottom of the 8th. Linder, a 6'3" right-hander, just wrapped up his year at Arizona State. Didn't play. He was a junior college transfer out of Northwest Florida State College. However, he definitely has talent. Was originally committed out of Texas A&M. Did not play there. Ended up going the JUCO route, but excellent high school flamethrower. Excellent at the junior college ranks, and now trying to keep it going in his first appearance of the summer for the Bucs. Meanwhile, the Miners have seen their lead shrink from 7-3 and are desperately trying for some extra insurance. The Bucs, you must remember, have the top of the lineup due up. A couple of positional changes. Reach Sherman now catching, and over at first base will be Luke Taylor. First pitch from Linder is a fastball down in the dirt to Carter Geffrey to start off inning number 9.
This is a must lock down inning. I know it's tough. It's Linder's debut with the Bucs, but you got to hold down the Miners.
Geffrey taps his bat. Next pitch, another fastball. It's again low. So Linder will have to shake out any nerves because while this is his first appearance, it comes in a now high leverage situation after what Anchorage just did. 2 balls, no strikes. Next pitch to Geffrey is hit in the air towards left center field, chasing back and watching it hit off the fence is Narrett. Into second base with a stand-up double, Carter Geffrey. And that's a great way to start the inning for the Miners. Takes the pitch and just sends it out to center field. Nice runs from both McGarry and Narrett, but neither of them can get there on time. It hits the fence on the fly. There's a runner in scoring position to start off the 9th. There's some of the insurance you need.
Well, Linder thought that one was gone. The second that was hit, he put his head down, and then happy it didn't get out. So you got to buckle down here. Try to get out of this.
So Rich Erickson steps up to the plate. A designated hitter already with a home run today to that exact same spot that the ball was just hit. Linder looks towards second and fires. It's bounced past Sherman and into third on the wild pitch is Carter Geffrey. So, wild pitch means there's a runner 90 feet from scoring here in the top of the ninth. The 7-4 ball game. Miners on top of the Bucs here. July 3rd action. Bucs have a busy weekend of baseball. 4 games in 3 days starting tomorrow, but they want to enter that stretch. Maybe start the long weekend if you count Thursday with a win. They'll need to work some magic though. 1 ball, no strikes on Ridge Erickson. Lead off a third. Here's the first pitch. Second pitch. It's low. 2-0 the count.
Yeah, Linder is yet to throw a strike right now out of his 4 pitches that he's thrown. So needs to settle in here. Infield is in, like you said, so a ground ball could be a play at the plate.
Relaxed stance from Erickson in the righty's batter's box. Linder shrugs his shoulders and fires the 2-0 way inside. Tried a little breaking ball there, but couldn't get the movement he wanted, and it's now a 3-0 count. Bullpen empty for the Bucs, just past the left field pole. Sun belting down on Mulcahy Stadium. Infield plays in. Here's a 3-0. Fastball called strike on the inner third. First strike of Linder's Bucs career. Now I'll try to parlay that into some more success. Carter Geffrey off of third base, the Iowa product, and now Erickson trying to bring him home. Infield still in. The 3-1 pitch. Fastball fouled back sharply.
This is good by Linder. Work back into the count. You pour 2 fastballs down the heart of the plate. That one was a nice swing from Erickson. So don't be afraid to go back to the fastball. I know he's been struggling with the off-speed. Hasn't poured one in for a strike yet.
Erickson is the league leader in batting average, already 2 for 3 today. 3 balls, 2 strikes, the payoff pitch. Fastball bounced back to Linder. He looks at third, instead easily tosses to first. They hold the run and get the out. There's 1 away here in the top of the ninth.
Big out, huge out. Really nice play by Linder to have the mind to check on Geffrey over at third. He's not going anywhere, so nice throw to first. 1 gone. It's a puzzle here. You got to work out of it one by one.
Intelligent play from the right-handed pitcher. Brings Evan Bilter to the plate. Infield still in. First pitch to Bilter. That's low. Interestingly enough, we have not seen any bunt attempts here from the Miners. They have been using them throughout the game, but have not tried to move Geffrey up from third on a sacrifice. Next pitch. Fastball popped up right side. Ewell chasing in from right. He makes the grab. Thinking about tagging up, and now returning is Geffrey from third. They throw to Sherman. It bounces off his gear. So a risky throw out from right field. Luckily, Geffrey will stay put in the hot corner, and there's 2 away.
Yeah, nice job by Linder to induce the soft contact out to right, but that throw in, you got to be careful. Already have 5 errors on the day. I mean, you can't keep kicking yourself in the foot, so didn't actually end up being that harmly.
5 errors versus just 1 for the Miners. Lefty Aiden Espinosa at the plate. First pitch, fastball taken low. Pair of West Coast Division I ball players here in Linder and Espinosa. Espinosa trying for his second RBI of the day. Looks relaxed in the lefty's batter's box. 1-0 pitch. This is outside. Well, these 2 players were both in the NCAA regionals together. UCLA got the best of Arizona State, ended up making it all the way to the College World Series before losing after a couple of games. 2 balls, no strikes on Espinosa. Lead off a third, small. Here's the pitch, taken high. And Espinosa with a patient plate appearance will go ahead 3-0. Singled back in the third. Reached via an error in the 6th, moved to second on another error, and then was able to come all the way around to score. Here's the 3-0, way outside. Linder lost control of his fastball, and the corners have runners now with 2 away. And back and forth inning from Linder on the mound. He's had control, then he's had some wild pitches, the defense has looked good, and now he's just trying to get this final out.
Yeah, on his total, up to 12 pitches. A couple foul balls, but just 2 called strikes from Linder so far.
We'll try to change that against Carson Grout, the left-hander out of Iowa, playing over at third base. Runners take their leads at both corners. It's a 7-4 game. First pitch taken inside for a ball. Hasn't helped that it's been a rather small strike zone from Devin Jackson today, so Linder's had to work with that in his first inning of work all summer. Hasn't pitched in a while. Did not play this past spring with Arizona State. 1 ball, no strikes. Next pitch, just taken outside.
I think someone should go out there and talk to him on the mound. Maybe Reese Sherman get up and go calm down his pitcher.
He's had the velocity on the fastball,
yeah.
but hasn't been able to place it.
He's deuced not hard contact as well, except for that double.
2 balls, no strikes to Grout. Linder gets his sign and fires. It's a fastball, and this time it clips the inner third. So, Linder back in the count, trying to get something going. Back-to-back left-handed batters he has to face. So the first 2 all day Linder has seen. 2 balls, 1 strike. Next pitch in the other batter's box on the fastball. Linder's been going with the same pitch, just going back and forth. Inside, outside, inside, outside.
Yeah.
And has not been able to hit the zone much.
And another thing to note is that Austin Gamel, the second baseman, is really playing close to the bag.
Yep.
And there's a big gap in between Taylor and Gamel on the right side.
Easily poke one through. 2 away, a 7-4 Miners lead. The 3-1 pitch taken inside. And that will be a second walk in a row offered by Linder. The bases are juiced for Greg Parentoni, and the shortstop with a chance to do some major damage. Izzy Fuentes will walk out to the mound. The rest of the infield and catcher Reese Sherman makes the walk as well to have a talk. Now everyone's going to back up, so it's only going to be Fuentes, Linder, and Sherman.
Taylor was the one who walked over. He's used to being a part of this conversation.
He's the catcher. He might have something to say, but he's new to the first base position this season for the Bucs and doesn't want to rain on the party, so he'll make his way back. Well, Parentoni maybe not the guy you want to see at the plate. 3 for 4 today, 3 singles. Home plate umpire Devin Jackson makes the walk out to break things up. Fuentes gives a fist bump to Linder.
I love how Devin Jackson, all home plate umpires, just kind of walk up and put their hands on their hips.
Yeah.
They start like a 5-second timer, and then they're like, all right, guys, let's go.
So good control of today's game. Offered 1 informal warning to the Bucs bench, but it's been a very clean game of baseball here. First pitch to Parentoni. Fastball misses low. The shortstop donning his bright blue batting gloves and his red wooden bat gets quickly into his batting stance. Here's the 1-0. Grounded towards short. Underhill gets it. Will get the force at second in time to Gamel. And that brings the top of the 9th to a close. No runs off of 1 hit, no errors, and 3 runners left on the base paths here in the top of inning number 9. The Bucs need a rally. It's 7-4 going to the last of the 9th. Don't go anywhere. This is Anchorage Bucs Baseball. To the bottom of the ninth we go here at Mulcahy Stadium. It's a 7-4 Miners lead over the Bucs, but Anchorage has finally shown some offensive momentum for the first time in what feels like forever. It'll be the top of the lineup against Gabe Smith here. James Provencio start things off in the bottom of the ninth. First pitch from Smith is a fastball fouled sharply towards the netting on the left side. 0-1 the counts.
Goal number one for Provencio is to get on base. So do whatever it takes to see pitches. Long count would be helpful. Just you want to be at first base.
Bucs need 3 to tie it for the win it. 0-1 pitch, fastball just outside, 1-1 the counts. Smith came in the 9th inning. In the 8th inning, the third pitcher of the inning, and got a fly out to Austin Gamel to end the inning. 1-1 pitch. Provencio watches one just outside, and it's a 2-1 count. Provencio, a rare 0 for 3 day, reached back in the third. Entering today was 3 of his last 8, but the bat has gone quiet. 2 balls, 1 strike. Late kick in the pitch. Breaking ball soars outside off the glove of Geffrey. And Provencio 1 ball away from reaching with a leadoff walk. Logan Ewell on deck, Landon Underhill in the hole. And if you look one past that to what currently represents the game-winning run, it's Joey Narrett. 3-1. Fastball taken all the way for a strike. And we've run full on James Provencio. The lefty looks at his bat, drags it across the turf here in the lefty's batter's box, and now readies for the payoff pitch. Here it comes. Fastball fouled off to the left side. Provencio, this is what he's good at. He battles off pitches, he gets into the head of the pitcher, and then for most of the season, he's been able to close it off with either a walk or a hit. And a little bit of a cold stretch, but now would be a great time to get out of it. Bucs trail 7-4, bottom of the ninth. Payoff pitch. Fastball just taken outside. Provencio flips his bat towards the dugout and will make the slow jog over to first. Step 1 complete for the Bucs in this inning.
I was just about to say that. I was literally just about to say step 1 complete, and what an at-bat it was from Provencio to foul off that pitch and then to take a fastball just outside. That's a good take and a really nice start to the inning.
Lefty Logan Ewell, first pitch. Fastball taken low, 0-1.
I like that the Bucs players are now taking a lot of pitches and they look confident in the box, a little bit more control.
Infield played all the way back except the first baseman Everhard, who's checking Provencio. 0-1 offering, grounded back towards the pitcher. He throws to second, the relay throw to first in time. A 1-6-3 double play puts a damper on the hopes of the Bucs. And there's 2 away in the bottom of the ninth. Very nice job by the pitcher Smith to read that one. And that's a nail in the coffin for the Bucs.
Yeah, just not what you wanted at all.
So Underhill has to reach to keep the game going. First pitch to the lefty. Taken on the inner third for a strike. 0-1 the count. Underhill's had a couple of big hits today. Tripled in the first, singled in the 8th, hit by a pitch in the 3rd. Next pitch reaches outside. He has 1 run in the 8th. He was the second of what was eventually 4 runs that came across the plate. The Bucs all did it with 2 outs. They'll need to do it again here. 1-1, outside again. Joey Narrett awaits on deck. R.J. Rue in the hole, and then becomes a slew of pinch hitters into the game for the Bucs that took change in the 8th. Here's the 2-1. Smith again outside, trying that fastball, trying to get reach of Underhill. And you imagine with as good of a day as Underhill's had, maybe slightly pitching around him here.
Yeah, of course you don't want to walk anyone, but now with 2 outs and the base is empty, not as harmful.
3-1 pitch, once again outside, and Underhill will take off some of his gear, bring his bat over, and now walk over to first base. So 1 on with 2 away. It makes that double play hurt just a little bit more, but the inning continues for Joey Narrett. Broke out of a big-time slump in the 8th inning. Hadn't recorded a hit since June 18th, but singled and brought home an RBI to start the rally. First pitch. Narrett behind it swinging, and he's down 0-1 the count. RJ Rue awaiting on deck. 1 on, 2 away. Bucs trailing 7-4. Currently on a 4-game skid, trying to avoid making it 5. Lead off of first, runner takes. 0-1, swung on and missed. A throw down the second, way off the mark. Parentoni just grabbed it, was not able to tag Underhill about 3 feet from the bag. The ball popped out at the very end. So, either way, there's a runner in scoring position. An 0-2 count. It was supposed to be a textbook hit and run. There it just could not make contact. And the Bucs down to their last strike of the inning.
Oh no.
Underhill's in pain out there in seconds. Joe Silva makes the run out, and a slight limp on the slide from Landon Underhill.
Yeah, it was a situation where Underhill maybe jammed his finger a bit. I don't want to make any assumptions, but usually that's a defensive indifference play.
Yeah.
Because you're up by 3. If you take the stolen base and you're on second, you just get rid of the force. So it looks like he'll stay in.
Yeah, he's flexing that right shin, it looks like.
Yeah.
But Underhill, he's a strong ball player, strong-willed player as well. And he doesn't want to exit this ball game. So he returns his helmet onto his head. No balls, 2 strikes on Joey Narrett. Gabe Smith fires, swung on and missed. Fastball outside, and that brings the game to a close. 5 losses in a row for the Bucs. The Miners have won 7 straight, and it comes in a 7-4 victory over the Bucs here at Mulcahy Stadium. An 8th inning rally, but nothing comes in the 9th for Anchorage, and now in jeopardy of dropping to 3rd place in the Alaska Baseball League.
Now, once again, for the 2nd straight day, the Bucs had a late rally. Looked hopeful here. The best offense we've seen in a while from Anchorage, but in the end, just not enough. And the Miners are rolling 7 wins in a row.
7 runs off of 11 hits for the Miners. They had just 1 error. 4 runs off of 6 hits for the Bucs. And here's the number that will really sting Bucs fans and Bucs players. 5 errors on the day. Once again, comes back to haunt Anchorage. We'll be back in just a second with stats and final scores from this one. Don't go anywhere. This is Anchorage Bucs Baseball.
7 runs on 11.
Back here at Mulcahy Stadium, 7-4. Your final as the Miners defeat the Bucs. Matsu now with 7 straight wins and now a comfortable 4.5-game lead atop the Alaska Baseball League standings. Keeping an eye quickly on the other game, the Chinooks leading the Pilots 9-7 in the bottom of the 8th. That helps the case of the Bucs, who will now stay in 2nd place if the Pilots do not hold on for a win. But everything's getting crowded in the 2 through 4 spots. The only thing not changing, the Matsu Miners continue to roll atop the standings.
7 wins in a row for Matsu, and they're looking like the team to beat by far and away. I mean, they just have the complete team. They have a bullpen that comes on and does the job. Their starting pitcher, Michael Mulcahy, did brilliantly today. And then the offense is the best offense in the league as well. So top, up and down, it's just they're really good and they're hard to beat, plain and simple.
Let's get you some final stats from this one, beginning with the Road Miners, who take the win in this one 7-4. Carter Geffrey had a great day, 2 for 5, including a double that really helped out his team. But the star of this game, once again, has to go to Ridge Erickson. 2 for 4, a pair of RBIs off of his first home run of the season, squeaked over the left center field wall and really put the Miners in control of this one. And how about Greg Parentoni, a 3 for 5 day, just got a single RBI, but the shortstop's bat has been insane the last couple of weeks of the season. Taking you down the pitchers for the Miners tonight, Michael Mulcahy goes a strong 5 innings, gives up 2 hits, no runs, and how about this, 9 strikeouts. The right-hander was out of this world tonight. He gets the win to improve to 3-1 on the season, becomes the first pitcher this season to 3 wins. He was relieved by Jack Ensel, Colin Miskelly, and Gabe Smith, who picks up the save, 1 1/3 of scoreless relief for this Miners squad. Moving over to the Bucs, who drop after this one to 8-9 on the season, first time under 500 this year. It was an okay offensive effort the last couple of innings, but once again, the first 7 innings, just nothing came for Anchorage. Landon Underhill, 2 for 3 with a triple. Hopefully he's okay. Took a weird slide in the second base into the 9th, but was able to stay into the game. So obviously our best hopes out to Underhill. He was over at shortstop tonight. He was the only multi-hit player on the day. Kai McGarry had a big double back in the second, but was out trying to advance. And the extra base hits, once again, little slow to come by for the Bucs. So that's something they continue to try to clean up heading into the home stretch of this season. On the mound, Jamie Robertson takes the loss. 4 innings pitched, 5 hits, 3 runs, all of which were earned. John Witt, Anthony Steinhoff, and Colin Linder combined for the next 5 innings of relief, giving up 3 earned runs, 4 overall. Linder, in his first appearance of the year, gave up no runs of 1 inning. The Bucs finally got some momentum there in the 8th, but Milo is just too little too late once again.
Yeah, you know, the offense has just been – you can't rely on coming up big in the later innings to pick up wins here. And, you know, overall, it's just been a slide for Anchorage, and they're going to have to break out of it. A big chance tomorrow. I know they're not league games against the Pilots, but it's a big day, probably the biggest day here at Mulcahy Stadium this season, the 4th of July doubleheader against the Glacier Pilots. So it should be a really fun one and a chance to pick up wins and get some under your belt before you head back into league play the very next day on Saturday. So we've been talking about how busy of a weekend it's going to be. Well, that's the case, and hopefully the Bucs can start winning and hitting well.
Bucs 4 games into a streak of 9 games in 8 days and have yet to come out on top with the win. That's now 5 straight losses for the Bucs for the first time since the end of 2022 when the Bucs lost 4 in a row to the first game of 2023 where they lost 1. And they'll try badly to break out of that streak tomorrow and then officially on Saturday. As Milo mentioned, it's a busy day of baseball here at Mulcahy Stadium. It all starts off at 7 p.m., a doubleheader game set for 7 and 10 p.m., followed by a fireworks show. Obviously, try to come out here to Mulcahy Stadium if you can, but if you can't, we'll have you all covered here at Mulcahy Stadium beginning at 6:45 p.m. on the Anchorage Bucs YouTube channel. The Miners get a day off before chasing on the Chinooks at Lee Jordan Field on Saturday. That is a 6 p.m. first pitch as the Miners try to keep this going. One final score check over at Lee Jordan Field. The Chinooks still leading 9-7 over the Pilots, so that's one good sign of news for the Bucs here today. But Anchorage can't pull off the late comeback and lose another one here tonight at Mulcahy Stadium. The final score, it's the Matsu Miners 7, the Anchorage Bucs 4. For Milo Hoffman, my name's Alex Burstein, saying so long and good night.